Chapter 1093. You don't know what's good for you. I dare you to say it again. Xiong Zhoutian gathered his divine power, and a saber light flashed. He was enraged. Scars. Xiong Zhoutian was most afraid of scars. The black-robed brat still dared to boast shamelessly. No one could sit still. Kill me in one move. Xiong Zhoutian did not believe that the black-robed brat could kill him in one move. In reality, he had underestimated the black-robed brat. He was too cunning. Xiong Zhoutian was confident that if they fought again, the black-robed brat would be the one to lose. He would teach the black-robed brat a lesson. Congratulations, you have obtained the qualifications to the deity's lake. The ancient voice descended again. The 10 qualifications to the deity's lake had been determined. The hidden tribes benefited the most, obtaining 3. After them was the divine dragon palace, obtaining a few as well. On the platform of destiny, there were only 10 young prodigies left, the 10 most promising young talents of the divine dragon world. Everyone stopped when they heard the ancient voice. They did not know what the Dragon Emperor would say next. No matter how arrogant they did not dare to act rashly when facing an existence like the Dragon Emperor. The Dragon Emperor could kill them with one finger. You have obtained the qualifications to the deity's lake. You will receive heaven-defying improvements. However, as the saying goes, there is no first place in literature and no second place in martial arts. The dragon ranking tournament that occurs once every 1,000 years will have a winner. Next, you will enter the Sea of Destiny for the final ranking tournament. Lin Fei thought that the dragon ranking tournament would come to an end when another ranking tournament appeared. Sea of Destiny. After obtaining the qualifications to the deity's lake, Lin Fei was not interested in what happened next. In reality, the Sea of Destiny was to rely on one's own strength to traverse the Sea of Destiny. A large number of sea beasts gathered on the boundless sea. There were a total of 1,000 stages, and those who passed 1,000 stages were heaven-defying geniuses. The moment Lin Fei teleported in, the salty sea greeted him. Many sea beasts brandished their weapons and charged at Lin Fei. Boom! Lin Fei punched, and a huge wave engulfed the sea beasts. He successfully passed the first stage. The first place in the ranking tournament belongs to me. Xue Xiaolong's sword intent rampaged, piercing through the sea monster's head and shattering its sea of consciousness. He easily cleared the first stage and proceeded to the next one. On the other side, Zhan Wushuang used dragon's soaring tiger steps and domineering fist techniques to smash the sea demons. Hundreds of sea demons were instantly turned into pieces. The young elites in the top 10 all used their own methods to break through one trial after another. Zhan Wushuang lives up to his reputation as one of the leaders of our hidden tribes. He easily cleared the 500 stage. The divine dragon palaces, Xue Xiaolong, only cleared the 400 stage. He is far from our Zhan Wushuang. The number of checkpoints on the Sea of Fate was displayed. Zhan Wushuang was fully deserving of the first place. After killing his way through more than 500 levels, he was temporarily in first place. The second is naturally Xue Xiaolong at the 473rd stage. Third, Unbounded Heavenly Fury for 130 checkpoints. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. A dense sea of sea demons appeared, numbering in the tens of thousands. Lin Fei wielded his divine power saber, and his saber techniques were impenetrable. He executed his 3 heads and 6 arms, and a rainbow light flashed as he killed the sea demons. The attacks of these sea demons are continuously increasing. This Sea of Fate is really not easy to clear. Lin Fei was currently at the 410th stage. The defense of my saber techniques is as solid as a mountain. Clearing the 500th stage will not be a problem. At the start, everyone moved quickly. As time passed, the difficulty increased. Each stage required a lot of time. From a few hours, it grew to half a day or even a day. He is at the 730th stage. The powerhouses of the hidden tribes revealed smiles again. With Wushuang's strength, he is fully capable of clearing the 800th stage and setting a new record. Rumor has it that the Sea of Fate originated from the Fate Emperor. After passing the 800th stage, a mysterious ultimate skill will appear. In the entire divine dragon world, there are very few people who can pass the 800th stage. Those who can reach this stage are undoubtedly the cream of the crop. I see that Xue Xiaolong will not be able to reach the 800th stage with his strength. The ultimate skill of the Fate Emperor must be ours. Divine Dragon Palace. Zhan Wushuang has strong providence. He might really be the first to reach the 800th stage. Unfortunately, the ultimate skill of the Fate Emperor, Xue Xiaolong, is much weaker. The Fate Emperor's Imperial Mystic skill is going to fall into his hands. These powerhouses were unwilling, but there was nothing they could do for now. The Sea of Fate was about strength. They could only watch. The Fate platform had restrictions. Even they could not enter the Sea of Fate. Look, isn't that the black-robed kid? His speed is so fast. He surpassed Gui Yan. He surpassed Xiong Zhetian again. Just when everyone thought that Zhan Wushuang would be the first to reach the 800th stage, someone caught up and surpassed unbounded heavenly fury. This time, the powerhouses of the divine dragon palace revealed expressions of joy. I couldn't tell. I really couldn't tell. The black-robed kid's saber art contains heaven's might. It's suppressing the sea demons. It looks like he's going to surpass Xue Xiaolong. In reality, Lin Fei had already grasped the sea demons. The moment he arrived, he unleashed his saber in Tent World. Heavens might envelop the sea demons, and saber lights killed them. 450th stage, 512th stage, 673rd stage, 700th stage, 730th stage. The number of sea demons kept increasing. Lin Fei's divine power kept increasing as he killed a large number of sea demons. He gained a new understanding of the ultimate skill left behind by the ancient Saber Emperor. Once the heavens' might was unleashed, the saber intent world tore apart the sea demons' defenses. Lin Fei had ample time to kill a large number of sea demons. His control of the saber intent kept improving. Lin Fei was completely immersed in the sea demons. No matter which wave of these sea demons came from, they could drown an immortal king expert. At this moment, these sea demons were before Lin Fei. Lin Fei used his saber to kill, not leaving a single sea demon alive. The saber intent was extraordinarily sharp, surpassing the elites. Congratulations on clearing the 800th stage. Lin Fei was clearly stunned. I cleared the 800th stage? It seems like I just cleared the 400th stage. Even I was shocked when I heard it. What's going on? Didn't I reach the 800th stage? Zhan Wushuang had reached the 800th stage after much difficulty. He already knew about the platform of destiny. It was said that clearing this stage would bring great rewards. The platform of destiny was made from the Fate Emperor's treasure. It could be said that part of it was made later, and the two parts were combined. Zhan Wushuang really wanted to learn the Fate Emperor's ultimate skill. According to the tribe's powerhouse, the Fate Emperor's ultimate skill had to be an Emperor-grade magic skill. Otherwise, it would be either a minor Emperor-grade magic skill or a major Emperor-grade magic skill. Zhan Wushuang thought that he was the first to clear the 800th stage. Chapter 1094. Emperor-grade ability. Emperor-grade ability. Emperor-grade ability. Gone. My opportunity is gone. Zhan Wushuang's 3 corpses were enraged. Cold energy soared into the sky. In the abyss world, tens of thousands of beasts were destroyed. I've been in the lead all the way. Who was it that quietly surpassed me and took away my opportunity? An emperor-grade ability, an existence that is indispensable to becoming an immortal emperor. Zhan Wushuang was unwilling. His opportunity was gone. Xue Xiaolong? It can't be him. His strength is slightly weaker than mine. His speed is slower than mine. He can't surpass me. Could it be limitless sky madness? No, it can't be. He doesn't have the strength. Or Xiong Zhetian, Dragon Phoenix, Ninth Heaven? Zhan Wushuang frowned. A figure flashed in his mind. Who was it that hid so deeply? Is it him? The black-robed kid's figure flashed in front of him. It can't be. The black-robed kid's saber in Tent World is not bad. But in the Sea of Destiny, there are as many sea demons as there are clouds. Just because he defeated Jitian doesn't mean he can pass the 800th level. If he can pass the 500th level, he is very strong. Then who is it? My Emperor-grade ability. Roar swept out. A large number of sea demons exploded, unable to conceal Zhan Wushuang's anger. Fate Emperor? Lin Fei was in the middle of a vast galaxy. The endless sea demons disappeared. The vast galaxy with countless stars appeared in front of him. Lin Fei blinked. Is there a reward for passing the 800th level? In the vast starry sky, a gigantic figure stood there. An ancient and distant aura fused with the starry sky, becoming one with the starry sky. The Tao of Fate is illusory. The huge figure's face couldn't be seen. Its voice echoed in the world of stars. Word by word, it was imprinted in Lin Fei's heart. Lin Fei sensed that a great opportunity had arrived. He immediately sat cross-legged in the starry sky and focused all of his attention. His mind and spirit became one, and his state of mind became calm. He gradually became one with the starry sky and attempted to comprehend it. 3,000 immortal arts, the art of fate, came from this Fate Emperor. Lin Fei was shocked. The huge giant preached in the starry sky. Lin Fei did not fully understand. The system recorded and analyzed them one by one. If it was an ordinary person, they might have missed this opportunity. With the existence of the upgrade system, Lin Fei understood everything after analyzing and summarizing it. At first, the giant talked about fate, about the illusory existence of the world, and about the unique characteristics of fate. Everyone looked up to him. The people of the world were terrified. The world loved and hated her at the same time. The great cage of destiny, an emperor-level divine ability. Lin Fei's eyes lit up and he kept blinking. He had learned another emperor-grade divine ability. A single mystic mirage technique had brought him endless benefits, allowing him to witness the domineering nature of an emperor-level mystic ability. The ultimate technique of a great emperor, the great cage of destiny, was naturally extraordinary. Lin Fei wasn't afraid of having too many overlord-level mystical abilities. With the leveling system, he could learn them in a short time without any trouble. Let's talk after we learn it. Lin Fei had no idea that the 800th level of the Sea of Destiny would give him an Emperor-level mystic ability called the Great Cage of Destiny. This Emperor-level mystic ability was specially used to trap people. With the power of fate, once trapped, it would be difficult to escape. The power of fate was illusory and illusory. Saint Fei is out. He reached the 760th level. Songlong has me. He reached the 776th level. Xiong Zhetian, Dragon Phoenix, Ninth Heaven, they're all out. It's a pity they're still a bit away from the 800th level. The Sea of Destiny was a wondrous place that only the powerhouses understood. Outsiders didn't know. The higher they went, the more difficult it became. They were teleported out one after another. I wonder if Big Brother Zhan got the inheritance of the 800th level. Xiong Zhetian had been injured and reached the 790th level. He chose to give up and was teleported out, so he naturally thought that he had obtained the inheritance of the great Emperor of Destiny. What? It's not Big Brother Zhan. When the Dragon Phoenix Ninth Heaven came out and saw the results, her beautiful eyes flashed with shock. Impossible! How can the black-robed kid be stronger than Big Brother Jean? Big Brother Jean is one of the leaders of the hidden tribes. His main body strength exceeds 5 billion divine dragons. They couldn't believe this news at all. The inheritance was taken by a black-robed kid. Limitless Mad Heaven only came out after reaching the 820th level. After seeing the results, he laughed. The black-robed kid is really surprising. Zhan Wushuang is probably going to die from anger. Xue Xiaolong passed the 861st level before coming out of the Sea of Destiny. It's him? Xue Xiaolong thought that Zhan Wushuang had taken the inheritance. In the end, I still underestimated this black-robed kid. He was the first to reach the 800th level and obtain the inheritance of the great Emperor of Destiny. Xue Xiaolong wanted the inheritance of the great Emperor of Destiny more than anyone else. Among all kinds of powers, the power of destiny was definitely the most tyrannical. Everyone was tricked by the black-robed kid. The black-robed kid stayed in the 800th level. Is Zhan Wushuang going to reach the 900th level? That must be it. Only 2 people were left in the Sea of Destiny. The other 8 were teleported out. Zhan Wushuang was teleported out on the 897th level. He didn't have the chance to obtain the inheritance of the 900th level. After Zhan Wushuang was teleported out, he looked exhausted. He had reached the limit. A large number of powerful sea monsters used all their means, but they still couldn't pass this level. Zhan Wushuang, you don't have the chance to pass the 900th level. You must be very unwilling. Xue Xiaolong said. Zhan Wushuang's eyes were cold. He glanced at him, and killing intent flashed in his eyes. It's him. It's him. The black-robed kid stole my inheritance. Humph, aren't you the same? We're about the same. Although Zhan Wushuang had some guesses, he couldn't be sure. They had been fighting, and the black-robed kid had obtained the inheritance. He couldn't accept it. If I had the inheritance of the 800th level, I would definitely be able to pass the 900th level. I wouldn't have missed a great opportunity. Zhan Wushuang was very helpless. An emperor-level divine ability was enough to sweep away experts of the same level. 2 emperor-level divine abilities were unimaginable. More importantly, the great Emperor of Destiny's emperor-level divine ability must be related to destiny. It was a very domineering divine ability among emperor-level divine abilities. Even immortal emperors wouldn't dare to underestimate it. He's moving. He's moving. The black-robed kid, who was at the 800th level, charged forward again. As expected, he charged all the way to the 900th level. He was unstoppable. He went all the way to the 900th level. The obstacles along the way seemed to be non-existent. He stopped again, be it the Divine Dragon Palace, the Hidden Tribes, or the entire Divine Dragon World. Chapter 1095, 913 Levels. The strongest person in the younger generation of the Divine Dragon World. He has a brighter future than Xue Xiaolong and Zhan Wushuang. 930 levels. First person to approach 1,000 levels in 1,000 years. Below the platform of destiny, everyone gazed at the Sea of Destiny. That was the pride of the Divine Dragon World. No one could ever have predicted that the black-robed man, who had been keeping a low profile, would pass by limitless mad heavens, Xue Xiaolong and Zhan Wushuang, and acquire the consummate legacy of the Fate Emperor. Very few people could reach this step in the past 1,000 years. Although some people had made it past 800 levels, some people thought that it was difficult to advance further because they missed the inheritance. Wushuang, we will definitely seek justice for you. The leaders of the hidden tribes sent their divine senses down. The leaders said that the ultimate technique of the Fate Emperor should belong to Zhan Wushuang, not someone else. In the end, everyone was surprised. It was not Xue Xiaolong, not Limitless Mad Sky, not Zhan Wushuang, but an unknown black-robed kid who snatched the Fate Emperor's inheritance. Now, this black-robed kid had reached a new height. He snatched everyone's hope and the martial arts inheritance that belonged to the hidden tribe's elites. No need. I am the strongest person in this dragon ranking tournament. I will take back what belongs to me personally after I lose. Zhan Wushuang was full of fighting spirit. A new elite did not need others to help him. He could deal with it himself. Zhan Wushuang was more interested in the ultimate technique of the Fate Emperor than anyone else. Even if the black-robed kid learned it, he could still deal with it himself. He could strip it from the other party. An Emperor-level ability was not something that the black-robed kid could obtain. He had to spit it out how he got it, until the 940th level. The black-robed kid slowed down. He was not far from the 1000th level. No one could guarantee that he could make it to the 1000th level. After the 950th level, he slowed down again. With a flash of light, the black-robed kid was teleported out. The Dragon Emperor of the Divine Dragon Palace was slightly disappointed. Everyone was looking forward to the inheritance left behind in the 1000th level. Even they did not know what kind of ability was left behind in the 1000th level. The people from the hidden tribes breathed a sigh of relief. They had not reached the 1000th level. If they had reached the 1000th level, their faces would be even uglier. From the very beginning, they thought that Zhan Wushuang would be able to sweep through all of them. They had the confidence and strength to obtain the final victory and monopolize the inherited absolute art. In the end, there was no point in talking about it. The black-robed youngster came out. Even though he had yet to reach the 1000th stage, the impression he left on them could not be erased. Subconsciously, they treated the black-robed young man as a trump card of the Divine Dragon Palace. They were so focused on Xue Xiaolong and the others that they ignored the people around them. Relax your guard. The black-robed kid had committed a heinous crime. The Divine Dragon Palace's trump card needed to be dealt with. Lin Fei teleported out of the Sea of Destiny. These 1000 trials are not easy to pass. I used all my Emperor-level divine abilities, but I still couldn't break through. Even he didn't know how long he had stayed in the Sea of Fate. He only remembered the boundless Emperor, grade, divine abilities, killing intent. As soon as he came out, he felt a chill in his heart, and his eyebrows twitched. This was a sign that someone wanted to kill him, a real killing intent. It was a vengeance for killing his parents and destroying his wealth. It's him. Lin Fei immediately found the source of the killing intent. The other party did not hide his killing intent at all. Zhan Wushuang and him, Xue Xiaolong. These two were the most popular candidates this time. The first place would be decided between them. However, at this moment, the two seemed to have a common enemy. A cold gaze filled with killing intent locked onto Lin Fei. Be it Zhan Wushuang or Xue Xiaolong, they were dragons among men geniuses. The inheritance that belonged to them was snatched away by an ordinary-looking, black-robed man. Naturally, they were filled with resentment. The Emperor-level divine abilities had missed them by a hair's breadth. The hatred was as deep as a sea of blood. Xue Xiaolong's sharp gaze shot over. Black-robed kid, I don't care where you come from. If you don't want to die, hand over the Emperor-level divine ability. This is your only choice. This is the Dragon Lake. You don't have the right to choose. Emperor-level divine abilities were not cabbages that could be found everywhere. Xue Xiaolong originally had the opportunity to obtain the inheritance of an Emperor-level divine ability. The importance of an Emperor-level divine ability to him was immeasurable, especially one that came from the Fate Emperor. 10 Emperor-level divine abilities could not compare to one Emperor-level divine ability from the Fate Emperor. The black-robed kid had snatched away his Emperor-level divine ability. He had long wanted to kill him. Lin Fei smiled indifferently. Ha ha ha, Dragon City. Is it very impressive? If you have the ability, come and take it yourself. Of course, you should be prepared to be killed and trampled under my feet. Good, good, stubborn. Sooner or later, You will regret it. Xue Xiaolong snorted coldly. Since he didn't give him face, he would definitely make this black-robed kid regret it. Xue Xiaolong was completely filled with killing intent. He must kill this black-robed kid. The emperor-level divine ability was not something he could have. On the other side, before Zhan Wushuang spoke, Lin Fei's voice came first. If you want me to hand over the emperor-level divine ability, you can forget it. I won't hand it over unless you have the ability to take it from me. I don't think you have that ability. To avoid trouble, Lin Fei directly rejected it. Emperor-level divine ability? No one could force him to spit out what he had eaten. Zhan Wushuang's eyes twitched. This kid dared to take the initiative to threaten him? Did he really think that he had no way to take the emperor-level divine ability from him? He had 7 or 8 methods that could extract emperor-level divine abilities without harming them. After he used them, they would become his emperor-level divine ability. You talk big. Let's wait and see. Zhan Wushuang would not allow anyone to take away his emperor-level divine ability. When Lin Fei came out of the Sea of Destiny, the Dragon Ranking Tournament was coming to an end. This year's Dragon Ranking Tournament, first place belongs to Mu Lin. This is the best result in history. The Dragon Emperor's voice echoed in the divine dragon world. At the same time, congratulations to the other 9 young participants. You will be qualified to enter the deity's pool and be reborn. This day will be in 3 days. The Dragon Emperor's voice echoed. This meant that the Dragon Ranking Tournament was coming to an end. The Dragon Ranking Tournament that happened once every 1,000 years had officially come to an end. Over the past 1,000 years, 10 young talents had obtained the right to enter the deity's pool. Those who did not enter the top 10 also gained fame in the divine dragon world. Tribes of all sizes would invite these elites to become their worshippers or even guests. Chapter 1096. Dragon Emperor Palace, Main Hall. The once-in-1,000 years dragon ranking battle had ended, and the aftermath was still brewing. Everything had just begun. Great! One of my revered elders got first place on the dragon ranking. Xue Xiaolong and Zhan Wushuang are not as good as my revered elder. Ha ha ha! My brothers will definitely be happy. Third young Master Long was happier than anyone else. In the Dragon Emperor Palace, he spoke with confidence. No Dragon Emperor Palace had ever gotten first place in the Dragon ranking battle. In the circle of Dragon Emperor Palace, they were undoubtedly the most outstanding. Third young Master, the Dragon Emperor invites you in. Father is looking for me. Third young Master Long was stunned and hurriedly stood up. Father, you're looking for me? Long Ba Long Huang's impression of his useless third son had improved greatly from his initial surprise to the present. Mu Lin was a revered elder of the Dragon Emperor Palace, and he had won first place in the dragon ranking battle and obtained the right to enter the Divine Lake. This kind of thing would not happen even once in 1,000 years. When revered Elder Mu comes, you must be polite. Don't act recklessly. Revered Elder. Third young Master Long was stunned, but when he saw his father's expression, he quickly came back to his senses. Father, I understand. Third young Master Long was most familiar with the term revered elder. Revered elders were different from revered elders. They were revered elders of the Dragon Emperor Palace, and they usually enjoyed the resources of the Dragon Emperor Palace to cultivate. They would only be asked to do something if there was a big matter. Revered elders were different. If there was something that could not be handled, revered elders would have to do it. The status of revered elders and revered elders were completely different. Long Ba said, Revered Elder Mu is the most accomplished person in the past 1,000 years. From what I see, Revered Elder Mu has learned at least 2 Emperor-level divine powers in the Sea of Destiny. His future is limitless. Don't be negligent tonight. Third young Master Long nodded. He did not dare to disobey his father. Guest Elder Mu, you've done well on this matter. You've done extremely well. You must participate in the family's matters. third young master Long finally revealed a happy expression. His father finally valued him. Tonight, the Dragon Emperor Palace was brightly lit. Long Ba and Dragon Emperor set up a banquet. The revered elders, important figures, and children of the Dragon Emperor Palace all attended the banquet. During the banquet, Long Ba and Long Huang were very enthusiastic. They toasted each other, treating Lin Fei as an existence on the same level. The important figures in the Dragon Palace kept toasting each other. Everyone wanted to be on good terms with such a prodigy with a bright future. After reaching the deity's lake, his strength would increase by leaps and bounds. Not to mention, he had obtained the Destiny Emperor's inheritance in the Sea of Destiny. It was bound to be an emperor-level divine ability. Such a young and promising elite. Anyone could see that his future was limitless. Some were happy while others were not. The ones who were unhappy were naturally Long Ting Tian Tian and the others. Even though they had smiles on their faces, they were extremely sullen in their hearts. Especially when they saw how proud their little bastard brother was. They disliked Mu Lin even more. With the current situation, there was nothing they could do. If they had any ideas, Father would be the first to not let them off, and might even punish them severely. At this juncture, it was easy to imagine what kind of emotions they were feeling. What a huge investment! The Dragon Emperor is really willing to pay. After the banquet, the original courtyard was replaced with a huge golden palace. Dense, immortal qi intertwined and lingered. It was a paradise. Lin Fei used his divine sense to scan the storage ring and put it away. A canopy-like treasure appeared in his hand, and he played with it as he pleased. A low-grade immortal artifact. It turned out that the low-grade immortal artifact in his hand was mainly used for attacking. It was called the Nine Splendor Sky Canopy, and was an absolute treasure among the low-grade immortal artifacts. But for the current Lin Fei, a low-grade immortal artifact was nothing. He already had a mid-grade immortal artifact, the Blood Shadow Saber, and his divine power could not be underestimated. In addition, he had learned an Emperor-level ability. So what if a low-grade immortal artifact was? It's not bad to be a revered elder. Lin Fei did not reject the Dragon Emperor's invitation, but he also did not agree. This matter was not urgent. If he agreed, his potential would be too worthless. The matter in the deity's lake is worth paying attention to, so that I won't be at a disadvantage when the time comes. It turned out that before he left, the Dragon Emperor had told him a secret. He had to be careful of Zhan Wushuang and Xue Xiaolong attacking together to snatch the essence in the deity's lake. 3 days passed in the blink of an eye. During this time, Lin Fei received invitations from the divine Dragon World, Dragon City, and various large tribes. In fact, the meaning was self-evident. They were all inviting Lin Fei to become a revered elder or a guest elder. Among them, the Dragon Emperor Palace, Dragon God Palace, Dragon Monarch Palace, and other giants sent people to send invitations. Their momentum completely surpassed Zhan Wushuang and Xue Xiaolong, attracting the envy and jealousy of countless people. As for these invitations, Lin Fei rejected them all. The reason was simple: he was in seclusion. Everyone in the divine dragon world knew that there was an inheritance in the Destiny Sea. Naturally, he was in seclusion to comprehend an Emperor-level ability. It was not that easy to grasp an Emperor-level ability. Fire Monkey, who could learn 30 to 40% of it, was extremely powerful. It would take a long time to grasp it perfectly. Divine Dragon Palace, main hall. The 10 young elites gathered together one after another. Killing intent. As soon as Lin Fei arrived, killing intent filled the air. Zhan Wushuang, Xue Xiaolong, Xiong Zhetian, and the others did not hide their killing intent. All of it was focused on Lin Fei. This deity's lake can't avoid a battle. Zhan Wushuang, Xue Xiaolong, and the others' sharp gazes never moved away. Congratulations on obtaining the qualifications to enter the deity's lake. This old man is the deity's lake controller, Long Fan. At the entrance of the main hall, a gray-robed old man entered and said, "This is a powerful dragon monarch." Lin Fei keenly sensed that this old man's aura was like a mountain. When this dragon monarch entered, everyone's divine power was subconsciously suppressed. The killing intent that was directed at Lin Fei disappeared without a trace. As soon as this dragon monarch appeared, the main hall immediately quieted down. Long Fan's dragon monarch's steps were like mountains. His face was expressionless, giving off an indescribable pressure. His gaze swept over everyone and finally stopped on Lin Fei for a while. "All right, follow this old man." Long Fan waved his hand. His divine power was like an ocean, and everyone fell into it. This dragon monarch's strength is so strong, no one can resist. Lin Fei was inwardly shocked. This dragon monarch's strength was indeed infinitely close to the immortal emperor realm. With a wave of his hand, he took them in. The endless void. Long Fan carried them and traveled through the endless void. In the blink of an eye, they were hundreds of millions of miles away. Was this the dragon monarch's speed? Lin Fei blinked. He did not know how long they traveled, but they passed through many void worlds and finally stopped in a space. Open. Chapter 1097. 10,000 dragons roared, and the space opened. The gray-robed dragon god blasted open hundreds of thousands of spaces, opening the legendary deity's pool in one go. Whoosh! Once the space opened, power enveloped them, and they passed through hundreds of thousands of spaces, entering the deity's pool in one go. So the deity's pool is hidden in hundreds of thousands of spaces. No wonder no one knows where it is. Zhan Wushuang's eyes flashed. He had heard of it before coming here. The 10 young elites were all shocked by this amount of money. The deity's pool was hidden in hundreds of thousands of spaces, and there was no mistake in opening it in one go. At least, they could not do it at their cultivation level. A spatial barrier that was indestructible was not something they could do. Only an extremely tyrannical power could tear it apart. The deity's pool of the mystical dragon world was hidden very well. After passing through hundreds of thousands of spaces, they found themselves on a platform in a colorful world. Within their vision, the roars of dragons shook the heavens and the earth. Divine dragons that were millions of zhang long swam in the sky. Their powerful auras were like mountains, giving off an oppressive feeling. It was as if they had never died and continued to rule the world, invincible. Where you are is the most mystical place in the mystical dragon world, called the deity's pool. Long Fan Dragon God said calmly. He looked at the soaring divine dragons with a complicated expression. Divine dragons formed from essence, qi, and spirit. Lin Fei looked over. Enormous dragons that were millions of zhang in length could be seen everywhere. One could well imagine how all-powerful these giants were back then, influencing the heavens and the earth, possessing extremely great influence. Do I have to absorb these giant dragons? Lin Fei guessed that the heaven-defying essence of the deity's pool referred to the divine dragons formed from essence, qi, and spirit. The deity's pool was left behind by generations of giants in the mystical dragon world. It contains essence, qi, and spirit. If you can subdue the essence, qi, and spirit and use it, you will be reborn. Whether you succeed or not depends on you. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. As the gray-robed dragon god finished speaking, everyone turned into streams of light and flew out. Newborn calves are not afraid of tigers. I wonder if this batch can surpass the previous one. The gray-robed elder sat down cross-legged and merged with the space. 10 streams of light shot out. Roar, roar, roar. The huge dragon roared in the sky, its roar echoing throughout the sky, roaring continuously. Xiao, one of the 3 million zhang long dragons, shot over like a beam of light. The heavens and earth rumbled as the dragons turned into a raging sea that flooded over. Bang, 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 bang. Everyone unleashed their respective divine abilities, but they were still blasted away. So powerful. Caught off guard, the 10 outstanding youths scattered in all directions. Go! The dragons are about to move. A 1,000,000-feet-long giant moved, and the rest of the mystical dragons followed suit, preparing to attack them. Black-robed brat, wait till I collect the essence, chi, and spirit left behind by the divine dragon. My strength will improve tremendously. When I return, it will be the day you die. Xue Xiaolong's sword will whirl and tangle the 1,000,000-foot dragon as he flew out. Zhan Wushuang sent the 1,000,000-feet-long giant dragon flying with a single punch. Similarly, he left behind some harsh words. The Dharch divine ability will be mine. You'd better pray that I don't find it. Seeing that Xue Xiaolong had gone to collect the essence, qi, and spirit, Zhan Wushuang did not dare to delay. He chose a direction and did not attack the black-robed brat. An emperor-level divine ability was important, but so was the essence, energy, and spirit left behind by the dragon god magnate. Streaks of light flew away. Inside the deity's pool, the divine dragon roared and shook the space barrier. A bunch of idiots. Lin Fei did not care about the threat. His gaze was focused on the mystical dragons. Treasure land, this is really a treasure land. Roar! With a long roar, a 1,000,000-feet-long divine dragon turned into a saber light that pierced through the void. Its domineering, killing intent locked onto him. It can still transform after death? The 18 primordial chaos clones merged into one, and the divine power hand flew out to block in front of him. The power of the saber light blasted the divine power hand, and the divine power hand collapsed. Lin Fei attacked 3 times in a row to block this wave of saber light. What domineering power! It still retains the divine power of billions of dragons after death. It's an undying existence. After blocking the attack of the colossal dragon, Lin Fei once again summoned out his god power gigantic palm. This time, he used 50% of his strength. 6 arms stretched out from behind him and grabbed onto the colossal dragon. The heaven and earth smelt flew out and suppressed it. After a long time, a golden immortal pill appeared. The dragon's soul roared as it was imprisoned within. It's really not easy to refine such a giant dragon. Lin Fei swallowed the immortal elixir. Pure power exploded from the immortal elixir and filled his body. Its divine power, essence, chi, and soul flowed into his body like a torrent. The comprehension of the giant dragon was contained within the divine power, and it benefited him greatly. The essence, chi, and soul left behind by the giants were all fused into the divine power. The divine power was pure and flawless. After refining, the divine power that had never improved before was improving. Although it was not obvious, it was really improving. Ha ha ha! The deity's pool can really help me break through my main body's divine power. The 18 primordial chaos clones' divine power had improved, but his main body's divine power had not. Due to the limitations, his main body's divine power had always been what Lin Fei wanted to improve. While he was refining and absorbing, another divine dragon came roaring. Lin Fei's eyes lit up. Good timing. Boom, boom, boom. Ha 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 ha. My bloodline has finally reached 90%. My physical body has become perfect, and my strength has improved greatly. In the deity's pool, Xue Xiaolong was crystal clear. Golden blood flowed, and pure dragon might was released from his body. Every bone was golden. Just 10% more, and my bloodline will reach perfection. Then I can comprehend a complete emperor-level mystique in my bloodline. Ha ha ha! Xue Xiaolong's bloodline was originally pure and far from perfection. In the deity's pool, he absorbed the essence, chi, and soul left by the giant divine dragon, improving the purity of his bloodline. Black-robed kid, when your bloodline purity reaches perfection, your emperor-level mystique will belong to me. Zhan Wushuang can forget about taking it from me. Bang! A giant divine dragon smashed into an uninhabited mountain range. An ray fell from the sky and enveloped the giant divine dragon, refining it into an immortal elixir in the blink of an eye. My strength is almost at the level of a dragon god. Father said that the true essence is in the depths of the deity's pool. I must raise my strength to the level of a dragon god and cripple them in one fell swoop. Zhan Wushuang's eyes gleamed coldly as he faced another divine dragon. The 10 young heroes were incredibly busy, fighting with the divine dragons, refining them, and obtaining immortal pills. This was the best opportunity for them to increase their strength. The gray-robed elder revealed a faint smile. Zhan Wushuang's strength has improved so fast. I'm afraid that after this trip, his strength will catch up to the dragon monarch. This brat Xue Xiaolong isn't bad either. The purity of his bloodline is about to reach a perfect degree. Relying on the purity of his bloodline, he will be able to comprehend an emperor-level divine ability. His future prospects are limitless. Limitless mad sky is not bad too. This forest. When he examined Lin Fei's body, the old man's eyes widened. Chapter 1098. In the deity's pool where the dragon god was. The dragon god roared, looking down on the world and all life. The essence chi of the dragon god was all left in the deity's pool. The gray-robed old man saw a figure capturing the essence chi of the dragon god. After the dragon god died, the essence chi left behind was still extremely powerful. Its combat power could reach tens of billions of dragon divine power to over 100 billion dragon divine power. The power of this capture is definitely above 100 billion dragon divine power. It was a black-robed figure. In the sky, a giant hand made of god power grabbed forward and captured a giant formed from the dragon god's essence chi. He refined it in such a short time. How did he do it? In the past, it took a long time with the help of immortal artifacts and treasures? Unbelievable. As the controller, the gray-robed old man knew the strength of the dragon god in the deity's pool better than anyone else. Although the dragon god was dead, the dragon might was still there. The dragon race's dominance was not to be underestimated. The gray-robed old man could not believe the scene before him. Another one has been refined. The black-robed youngster's methods were astonishing. Every time he attacked, he would not miss. His divine power surpassed that of the divine dragon magnates. During this time, a huge dragon with 100 billion dragon god power was instantly captured and refined into an immortal pill. What kind of bloodline does he have? His body can hold god power continuously as if there is no limit. It's like a bottomless pit. Unbelievable. The gray-robed old man had seen many peerless geniuses in his life, but no one had ever given him such a feeling. If this continues, Zhan Wushuang, Xue Xiaolong, and the rest will not be able to gain any advantage. With a thought, the black-robed kid refined another immortal pill. The gray-robed old man did not dare to think about it. My god power has finally broken through to 100 million dragon divine power. After breaking through the bottleneck, powerful energy surged like the sea, and Lin Fei's eyes lit up. My god power has broken through to 100 million dragon divine power. It feels completely different. This is real power. With the 18 clones as one, my power is enough to fight against a so-called dragon sovereign. 3 heads and 6 arms, capture them all. The 18 clones as one. Power surged, almost breaking through the barrier. A huge arm stretched out from behind him. Lin Fei was like a phantom, vanishing without a trace, traveling hundreds of millions of kilometers. 7 or 8 divine dragon giants welcomed him in groups. Wow, these 7 divine dragons still have 100 billion dragon divine force in them after death. His aura surged. Lin Fei's 3 heads turned, and his 6 arms pressed down on the body of the gigantic divine dragon. The strength of the gigantic divine dragon was like a mountain, and it roared continuously, unable to resist the strength of a single arm. Return. Withdraw. Collect. The heaven and earth Smelt flew out, and the 7 god dragons entered it. What terrifying power! Just the power of one arm is enough to immobilize the divine dragon magnate. His power is at least 100 billion dragon divine powers. Everyone has truly underestimated the black-robed kid's potential. 200 million dragon god power. 300 million dragon god power. 1 billion dragon god power. 2 billion dragon god power. 3 billion dragon divine power. Lin Fei's 18 incarnations merged into one. His godly power was like a torrent as he refined the divine dragon magnates along the way and obtained immortal pills one after another. His main body's godly power kept increasing. The so-called god dragon magnate could no longer do anything to Lin Fei at this point. My main body's dragon god power has finally reached 10 billion dragon god power. Almost all the god dragons have been captured and refined into immortal pills. In addition to the 18 incarnations, my dragon god power is about to reach 30 billion dragon god power. Each of the 18 incarnations of primordial chaos had 1 billion dragon god power, and each incarnation could kill an immortal king powerhouse. This is still not enough. With 30 billion dragon god power, I should reach the level of a dragon god. Only after an explosive attack can I reach the strength of a dragon monarch. My main body's strength must reach the level of a dragon monarch powerhouse. Lin Fei was clear that such opportunities would be rare in the future. He would wait until his main body's dragon god power reached 50 billion dragon god power. What's going on? Why is the number of god dragon magnate decreasing? Are they all hidden in the depths? Zhan Wushuang, Xue Xiaolong, and the rest soon realized that the number of god dragon magnate was decreasing. The number of wandering divine dragon giants suddenly decreased. Often, it would take a long time for them to meet a divine dragon giant. This made them very confused. They subconsciously thought that the god dragon magnate were all in the depths. As they went deeper, the number of wandering divine dragon magnates did not increase. Where did the dragon god go? Could it be that someone else has already refined it into a celestial pill? Guesses, doubts. The dragon god magnate vanished without a trace. It wasn't easy for one to appear, and its quality was only average. The big shots in the clan said that the lowest level in the deity's pool is the colossal dragon with 10 billion dragon divine power points, followed by the colossal dragon with 100 billion dragon divine power points, then the golden colossal dragon, the holy colossal dragon, and the highest level, the dark golden colossal dragon. Why is there not a single golden colossal dragon? Zhan Wushuang frowned with a puzzled expression. Boom! A long cry came from the depths of the deity's lake. There's someone in the depths of the deity's lake. Zhan Wushuang's primordial spirit was restless. An ancient aura swept across the deity's pool. Hua! He turned into a stream of light and flew away. An ancient aura that could spread throughout the entire divine pool was at least at the level of a golden dragon. The colossal golden dragon was actually formed after the death of a dragon monarch. Refining an immortal pill of this level was equivalent to refining a few hundred immortal pills. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Streaks of light tore through the air and arrived at the depths of the deity's pool. Zhan Wushuang, isn't it you inside? Xue Xiaolong appeared just as Zhan Wushuang appeared. Xue Xiaolong, I thought it was you. Both of them were shocked. A figure had appeared out of nowhere. Could it be him? It was the black-robed kid again. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. A golden colossal dragon was 5 million feet long, emitting an ancient and majestic aura. It was instinctively attacking the black-robed kid, and the battle spread out in all directions. It's really him. Damn it. They understood why the dragon god magnate disappeared. In just a short while they were shocked. The golden colossal dragon, formed by a dragon monarch, couldn't do anything to the black-robed kid. It was gradually at a disadvantage. It wouldn't take long before the black-robed kid suppressed and refined it. Kill! Xiong Zhetian came late. Seeing this scene, he released his divine power without saying a word. A divine power hammer smashed towards the black-robed kid, not giving him a chance to collect it. Zhan Wushuang, let's postpone our battle for now. We can't let this kid take advantage of us. Xue Xiaolong's gaze was sharp. He suppressed the thought of attacking Zhan Wushuang and said, "Let's get rid of him first." "All right, let's not rush things between us." Zhan Wushuang said coldly, "The black-robed kid's background is unknown. Let's chase him out and miss this opportunity." Swish. Chapter 1099. Sigh, it's starting. The gray-robed elder, who had his eyes closed all this time, sighed softly. Then he came to the sky above the depths of the deity's lake. The divine power and the unstoppable sword intent disappeared without a trace within 300 meters. Zhan Wushuang, Xue Xiaolong, Xiong Zhetian, 9 Heavens Dragon Phoenix, Gui Yan, it's starting. The old man in gray knew that there was going to be a battle, but he couldn't stop it. The black-robed kid has such skills. Just keep a low profile and don't try to capture the gold dragon. Maybe he won't. The only thing I can do is to teleport him out at the crucial moment to prevent him from being killed. The old man in gray shook his head. In this matter, we can only watch. There was a rule that whoever entered the God Lake, the controller couldn't interfere. They had to deal with it themselves. Xiao Xiao Xiao, 5 mountains of sword intent slashed onto Lin Fei's body. Xue Xiaolong's sword intent formed a world of its own. 1 sword intent mountain was enough to kill a man-grade celestial king. 5 mountains of sword intent were extraordinary. A figure exploded, and another figure jumped out with the exact same aura. Wait till I subdue the gold dragon, then I'll play with you guys. Xue Xiaolong's killer move missed. Zhan Wushuang's fist, 9 Heavens Dragon Phoenix, and the others' attacks all destroyed Lin Fei's body. Not good, stop him. Everyone's attacks missed. They had sensed that the opponent wasn't far away, but their attacks all missed. With their strength, they could even kill Dragon God level experts, much less a black-robed kid. Hong Hong Hong, Lin Fei used his Emperor-grade ability, and the space around him was uncountable. The main body hid in many spaces, constantly changing its position. Come in. His arm grabbed the gold dragon's body, causing space to shatter. He used his god power to suppress the gold dragon. The heaven and earth furnace flew out, and he threw it into it. Emperor-grade ability. This is an Emperor-grade ability. Zhan Wushuang came to a realization. It could block their crazy attacks. Apart from an Emperor-grade ability, there was nothing else. This guy is using an Emperor-grade ability. Everyone was shocked. This news was unexpected and shocking. Zhan Wushuang, you guessed it right. You didn't expect me to have an Emperor-level divine skill, did you? What's going to happen next is something you can't imagine. Lin Fei recalled the Golden Dragon and faced Zhan Wushuang and the others. He could finally deal with these fellows. Cage of Fate. The aura of the Emperor-level divine ability was fully revealed. Not good. This is the Fate Emperor's Emperor-level divine ability. Don't let him use it, or we'll all be in trouble. Zhan Wushuang and Xue Xiaolong's expressions changed drastically. This was an Emperor-level theurgy that originally belonged to them. Everyone, use your strongest divine abilities. The aura of destiny enveloped the deity's pool. Even the gray-robed elder's expression changed. He was a dragon lord and could sense danger. I didn't expect that. Who would have thought that this black-robed brat had learned an Emperor-grade divine ability? If he could recreate the Emperor-grade divine ability of the Fate Emperor, it would definitely shock everyone. Zhan Wushuang and the others were having a hard time. Emperor-level divine ability, true dragon roar! Zhan Wushuang did not dare to hide anything. He directly uses an Emperor-level magic power. The sound wave attack drowns the opponent in an instant. True Dragon Roar is an extremely powerful Emperor-level divine ability of the Hidden World tribe. It specializes in dealing with primordial spirits, killing them and destroying their bodies. It is a treasure Emperor-level divine ability. This Emperor-level divine ability was used by Zhan Wushuang to deal with Xue Xiaolong. He had to use it now. Emperor-level divine ability, Giant Palm Print. Xue Xiaolong's entire body is golden. His qi and blood surged like waves. He attacked with all his strength. The giant palm print locked onto Lin Fei and went straight for the real body. Black-robed brat, you have an Emperor-level divine ability. Don't think that your real body can hide well. My giant palm print will lock onto you and kill your real body in an instant. This Emperor-grade divine art was the main offensive Emperor-grade divine art that Xue Xiaolong had inherited from an ancient bloodline after his bloodline density had reached 100%. He only used 30% of its power for the first time. Xue Xiaolong believed that 30% of its power is enough to kill this hateful, black-robed brat. Zhan Wushuang and Xue Xiaolong's 2 Emperor-level divine abilities are enough to sweep across the same rank. Dragon Phoenix Ninth Heaven, Xiong Zhetian, and Gui Yen each have an Emperor-level divine ability. They can barely use 60% of its power. Uft! In the depths of the 10,000 layers of space, Lin Fei vomited blood. Zhan Wushuang's Emperor-level divine ability can pierce through space and injure my primordial spirit, injuring me. Lin Fei's face paled. The giant palm print Emperor-level divine ability is coming for the real body. Boom, boom, boom. Everywhere the giant palm print passes, space collapses layer by layer. Millions of spaces collapse. Emperor-level divine ability, Destiny Divine Light Slash. Lin Fei's lips curled into a smile as he unleashed another Dharch-level divine ability. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. The most special power in the world engulfed them. Destiny is like a blade. The giant palm print is cut into 2. The remaining parts continue to collapse, destroyed by the power of destiny. Xiong Zhetian, Dragon Phoenix Ninth Heaven, and Gui Yan's Emperor-level divine abilities are completely destroyed. 100% power. The expressions of the 5 young prodigies changed greatly once more. They were able to suppress Lin Fei with 1 Emperor-level mystic ability, and the second was an offensive Emperor-level mystic ability. There was no chance for them to stop it. They had not expected that Lin Fei would have a second Emperor-level mystic ability that could display its full power. Run. Destiny Divine Light Slash. 100% power. This kind of power isn't something they can block. Not good. The gray-robed elder's pupils constricted. He punched at the Destiny Saber Light, wanting to save them. Bam, 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 bam. The Destiny Saber Light is too fast. Zhan Wushuang and Xue Xiaolong reacted quickly, but they can't avoid destiny. The saber light crushed down on their bodies. Their bodies were split into 2, then into 2, then into 3. 1 Emperor-level divine ability killed 5 prodigies with a single slash. They used all their power to activate the Emperor-level divine ability. 100% power isn't something they can block. They are directly killed. Oh no, they're all dead. The gray-robed elder's punch missed. He can't stop the Destiny Saber Light. He can only watch as they are killed. He can't stay calm. Black-robed kid, you're too much. The gray-robed elder waved his hand, protecting Zhan Wushuang and the others. His god power is like a shield, afraid that Lin Fei will attack a second time. I'm too much? Are you blind? Can't you see that the 5 of them are bullying me? If not for my ability, I would have been killed by them. I want to ask, how am I too much? Lin Fei's Emperor-level divine ability, Aura emanated. Long Fan Dragon Sovereign is speechless. But you can't kill them. Lin Fei said, if I don't kill them, they will kill me. What choice do you want me to make? If Lord Dragon Sovereign has any thoughts about me, you can say it. Otherwise, they can only blame themselves for being inferior. Long Fan Dragon Sovereign really can't say anything about this. Chapter 1100. You are in big trouble. Zhan Wushuang, Xue Xiaolong, no matter which side they were from. Both had frightening factions behind them. One was a hidden tribe whose overall strength was not inferior to the Divine Dragon Palace. They had been fighting for many years. Dragon City, Dragon Monarch Palace, Dragon Monarch experts who were just a step away. No one knew how many Dragon Monarch experts there were in any Dragon Monarch Palace. But whoever offended the Dragon Monarch Palace, Dragon Monarch experts would be their nightmare. Long Fan Dragon Sovereign knew the consequences. It doesn't matter if I am in big trouble or not. I only know one thing. Anyone who attacks me will pay the price. Lin Fei was indifferent, unmoved by the other party's words. I killed them because their skills were inferior. I also wouldn't know that they only had a false reputation, that they couldn't even take a beating. Lord Dragon Sovereign, we suspect that this person is from an enemy world. I suggest we kill him immediately to get rid of an enemy for our divine dragon world. Zhan Wushuang was the strongest, and he was the first to recover. His vitality was greatly damaged, and his face was pale. Murderous intent surged from his body, but he didn't expect that he would be killed, and it was a one-hit kill. It must be someone from an enemy world. Xue Xiaolong was the second to recover. His injuries were worse than Zhan Wushuang's. The Arch Mystique had almost killed him. The Arch Mystique's full power had caught them off guard, and they were filled with resentment. Xiong Zhetian, Ninth Heaven Dragon Phoenix, and Gui Yen were in a worse state. They would need at least 100 years to recover. No matter how talented a newcomer is, he can't cultivate the Arch Mystique to full power in such a short time. Lord Dragon Sovereign, kill him immediately. We, the hidden tribes, must kill such a person. Find out the mastermind and find out who stole the treasure essence left by our ancestors. Zhan Wushuang and the others realized one thing. They had to get rid of the black-robed kid. At such a young age, he had cultivated at least 3 the Arch Mystiques. 2 of them were from the Fate Emperor's ultimate Mystiques, and he could use them at full power. Just 1 Fate Emperor's Arch Mystique was enough to kill them. If this continued, it would be impossible to collect the essence from the deity's pool. The black-robed kid was a mountain they could not cross. Shut up! Long Fan Dragon Lord glared at him. Zhan Wushuang and the rest were injured, and their faces turned pale again. A bunch of people who don't know what's good for them. Long Fan Dragon Lord shook his head. Now that things had come to this, Zhan Wushuang and the others had lost their rights. They had been hit by the Fate Emperor's Mystique and were injured, and it wasn't a light injury. In addition, the black-robed kid was here, so they had no right to collect the essence. Get out! Long Fan Dragon Sovereign opened up a passageway, and energy wrapped around them as they were teleported out. Lord Dragon Sovereign, you can't do this! Black-robed brat, it's all your fault. This enmity between us is absolutely irreconcilable. Lord Dragon Sovereign, this is not fair. We can still fight. Why send us out? The tunnel was closed. An unwilling voice echoed in the deity's lake. The unbounded sky madman. There's me in the surging waves, Fei Sheng, and the others who had yet to make a move were left speechless with solemn expressions. I can't believe it. Zhan Wushuang and Xue Xiaolong, the geniuses of the younger generation, were killed by the black-robed kid with 1 mystique. Unbounded sky, madman muttered to himself. The Fate Emperor's Arch Mystique is so domineering at full power. If I were to go up, I would also die a miserable defeat. I can't believe it. The black-robed kid has cultivated his Arch Mystique to the great perfection realm. He can use full power when he attacks. No one in the deity's lake will be his match. They shuddered, and their eyes were filled with despair and helplessness. Zhan Wushuang, Xue Xiaolong, and the other 3 attacked together. In an instant, the black-robed kid had slaughtered them all. Even if they joined forces, the result would be the same. Unbounded, what do you think we should do? There's me in the surging waves asked. Unbounded Sky Madman used to think that the black-robed kid was arrogant and didn't know when to stop. Only now did he realize that the black-robed kid was the real deal. I don't know. These 3 words expressed Unbounded Sky Madman's helplessness. Black-robed kid, you're on your own. After sending off Zhan Wushuang and the others, Dragon Monarch Long Fan left these words and disappeared from the sky. He, Lin Fei sneered. You're on your own. I dare to do this because I'm not afraid of you. Whoosh, Brother Mu. Unbounded Sky Madman felt a chill run down his spine. His pupils shrank, and his heartbeat sped up. He finally managed to say something. You don't have to worry about anything. I will attack you. I won't attack unless I'm attacked. He. After saying that, Lin Fei disappeared. Whoosh! Unbounded Sky Madman and the others heaved a sigh of relief. The thing they were most worried about didn't happen. Currently, Lin Fei was the strongest in the deity's lake. If he really did anything to them, they could only swallow their anger. Even if they joined forces, they wouldn't be able to defeat him. They were overjoyed at this result. We owe Mu Lin a favor, Unbounded Sky Madman said seriously. Yeah, he can totally enjoy the benefits of the deity's lake alone. Boundless Wave said, we have to be on good terms with Mu Lin. In the history of our tribe, there are very few people who have cultivated multiple emperor-level mystiques and reached great mastery. Mu Lin's future is limitless. We have to be on good terms with him. Good, another golden dragon. My main body's divine power broke through again, breaking through to 20 billion dragon divine power. The golden dragon was no longer a match for Lin Fei. Without Zhan Wushuang and the other eyesores, I can focus on collecting the divine dragon essence. Based on Zhan Wushuang and the others' personalities, they definitely won't take this lying down. They definitely won't tolerate me leaving the divine dragon world. From the moment he used the Destiny Divine Light Slash, Lin Fei knew what would happen next. As long as my main body's divine dragon power reaches the level of a dragon monarch, neither the hidden tribes nor the dragon monarch palace will dare to offend me. A smile hung on Lin Fei's lips. As for keeping Unbounded Sky Madman and the others, it was actually a way to show mercy. If Lin Fei chased Unbounded Sky Madman and the others out of the deity's lake that only appeared once every 1,000 years, he would be offending both the hidden tribes and the dragon monarch palace. Lin Fei wouldn't do that. Only an idiot would do that. In the deity's lake, all the benefits Unbounded Sky Madman and the others gained could not compare to what Lin Fei had gained. A few more people or a few less people made no difference. On the contrary, once they got out, there would definitely be a reward for what happened today. Boom, boom, boom. Another divine dragon charged out, its entire body filled with a divine aura. Holy dragon? Good timing. The golden dragon is no longer useless. Chapter 1101. Dragon City. A dragon sovereign palace. Congratulations, Brother Longtongue. With the opening of the deity's pool, Xue Xiaolong's strength will definitely improve greatly. The deity's pool has the ability to defy the heavens. Xiaolong will definitely be able to soar to the skies. When that time comes, defeating Zhan Wushuang of the hidden tribes will be a piece of cake. Even the other younger generation experts will be able to humiliate the hidden tribes. I believe they will be very pleased. Xiaolong has achieved great things. The dragon emperors and dragon gods complimented him one after another. This is a powerful dragon sovereign that they do not dare to offend. He is the dragon sovereign of the 10 dragon sovereign palaces, Long Tingy. Among the 10 great dragon monarch palaces, Dragon Monarch Longtongue was the strongest dragon monarch. It was rumored that his strength was infinitely close to the dragon monarch's. In the past, he had once escaped from the hands of an immortal monarch, and his name had spread throughout the myriad worlds. Among the 10 dragon lords, The most powerful one sat firmly in the first position. Naturally, his combat power did not need to be questioned. Xue Xiaolong was the last disciple of Dragon Lord Long Tingy. The deity's pool opened once every 1,000 years. Once the qualified young elites came out of the deity's pool, they would soar into the sky, their strength increasing by several levels. 1,000 years ago, even the weakest of the young elites had reached the level of a dragon god. Those with outstanding talents had reached the level of a dragon god, becoming the new generation of experts. Xue Xiaolong was talented to begin with, and his battle prowess was comparable to that of a dragon monarch powerhouse. Apart from the 100 dragon sovereigns of the Dragon Emperor Palace, the ordinary dragon sovereigns were not a match for Xue Xiaolong. The difference in battle prowess was too great. Everyone could foresee the day when Xue Xiaolong would come out of the deity's lake. He would definitely cause a stir in the divine dragon world again, becoming a true elite of the younger generation. No one doubted it. There was an endless stream of people trying to curry favor with him. After the divine dragon palace, the strongest faction was the Dragon Monarch Palace. Long Tingy was the dragon lord, the strongest of the 10 great dragon lords. 4 dragon lords from the 10 great dragon lord palaces had come. The deity's lake is only open for a month. What can Xiaolong achieve? Even I, the master, don't dare to be certain. A dragon monarch on the seat said indifferently, although he said that everyone could see the pride on his face. After emerging from the deity's lake, who didn't know what he would accomplish? No one would point it out. Dragon Lord Long Tingy was in a good mood. His last disciple had obtained the right to enter the deity's lake, and in the deity's pool, his strength would continue to increase. After a month, his closed-door disciple's strength would hopefully increase to the level of the dragon god. With his emperor-level mystique, his battle strength would be comparable to a dragon monarch. How could he be in a bad mood? In less than 1,000 years, his last disciple would be a powerful dragon god. The competition between the 10 dragon sovereign palaces was intense. Every disciple who became famous would pose a huge threat to the other dragon sovereign palaces. Xue Xiaolong came out of the deity's pool and went to another dragon monarch palace. He would definitely vomit blood out of anger. Hua hua hua! A black whirlpool appeared out of nowhere in the dragon sovereign palace. Xue Xiaolong walked out. The various factions that were trying to curry favor with the dragon god were stunned when they saw Xue Xiaolong. They suspected that they were seeing things. Why did he come out? It doesn't seem to be time yet, right? Why did Xue Xiaolong come out of the deity's lake? Could it be that something had happened? Master, you have to avenge me. Disciple can't accept this. Xue Xiaolong's resentment soared to the sky. Coupled with his pale white and cold aura, he had completely changed the demeanor of the younger generation. Dragon Lord Long Tingy reached out, and a ball of light flew out of the whirlpool and landed in his hand. Preposterous, preposterous! Pung, 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 the ball of light was crushed. Dragon Lord Long Tingy's anger leaked out, and the building behind him was blown to smithereens. The 4 dragon lords were shocked. In another place, the hidden tribe, the Battle Dragon tribe, also had a grand event. Of the 10 spots in the deity's lake, the hidden tribe had won 3 spots, almost a third of the total. Brother Tian Huang, your disciple has done well for you. Once he comes out of the deity's lake, he will at least be a dragon god. From a dragon emperor to a dragon god, millions of dragon emperors will take thousands of years to reach that level. If he can become a dragon god, he will definitely become a dragon monarch in the future. Tian Huang Dragon Lord was Xiong, Zhetian's master. Tian Huang Dragon Lord only nodded in response to their flattery. Your disciple, Zhoutian, will be a dragon god when he comes out. Congratulations. Tian Huang Dragon Lord met another dragon lord, the Phoenix Dancing Dragon Lord. The Phoenix Dancing Dragon Lord was a beautiful young woman in her 30s. Her every move was mature, and her strength was not to be underestimated. A powerful dragon lord. Your disciple, Jetian, is not bad either. The phoenix dancing dragon lord laughed. But that black-robed kid is a little despicable. He killed some of the young talents of our hidden tribe and caused them to lose the right to enter the deity's lake. Ha ha ha. Tian Huang Dragon Lord laughed along. That black-robed kid deserves to die. Mystical Dragon Palace is scheming. I wonder which Dragon Emperor's disciple he is. If I have the chance in the future, I must kill that black-robed kid. The phoenix dancing dragon lord's eyes flashed with murderous intent. This woman, she wants to kill again. Tian Huang Dragon Lord was no weaker than the Phoenix Dancing Dragon Lord, but he did not dare to offend the Phoenix Dancing Dragon Lord. Phoenix dancing, what are you all discussing? Another black-robed, middle-aged man walked in. His brows were like stars, and his eyes were as bright as the stars, captivating and irresistible. He smiled like a spring breeze. Jean North Sea Dragon Lord is here. Greetings, Jean North Sea Dragon Lord. When the black-robed, middle-aged man arrived, everyone greeted him solemnly. Everyone was very respectful. This person was a dragon lord from the hidden tribe with great influence. He was from the Battle Dragon tribe, and Zhan Wushuang was one of his disciples. The Battle Dragon tribe was born with great battle strength. They could defeat experts of the same cultivation level and battle across levels as easily as eating and drinking. They held an important position in the hidden tribe. Jean North Sea Dragon Lord's battle strength was rumored to be at the level of a half-step dragon emperor. He cultivated several emperor-level mystiques and was a battle-hungry person with a protective personality. Zhan Wushuang's personality was likely inherited from Zhan North Sea Dragon Lord. Big Brother North Sea, I'm talking about that despicable, black-robed kid. If you have the chance, you must kill him so that those dragon emperors of the divine dragon palace will regret it. Dragon Lord Phoenix Dancing said. Sister Phoenix Dancing, you don't have to do anything. That Wushuang kid can torture himself in the deity's lake. He can forget about getting anything in the deity's lake. Jean North Sea Dragon Lord said smugly. Big Brother North Sea is right. Wushuang's strength is obvious to all. In the Sea of Fate, that black-robed kid only used a trick to obtain the legacy. It is impossible for him to comprehend an emperor-level mystique in a short period of time. On the contrary, his emperor-level mystique will belong to our hidden tribe. Dragon Lord Phoenix Dancing chuckled. Whoosh, 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 another whirlpool formed. Zhan Wushuang, Xiong Zhetian, and the 9 Heavens Dragon Phoenix were transported out at the same time, leaving behind orbs of light. Their expressions did not need to be described. Jean North Sea Dragon Lord, Phoenix Dancing Dragon Lord, and Heaven Wasteland Dragon Lord did the same action, crushing the orbs of light in anger. Everyone was shocked. Chapter 11:02. I didn't expect it to be like this. Hearing this news, Elder Du Tao fell silent. He did not dare to imagine that they would betray the sect just like that. They were all elders and high-ranking elders at that. Was there a need for them to betray the sect just for Lin Fei? Could it be that they were still elders? Weren't they being guarded? How could they have gotten out? Lin Fei felt that it was right. It should not be that easy to betray the sect. Although he had never been to that place, Lin Fei had heard that there were high-ranking elders guarding that place. Normally, once people went in, they would not be able to get out. Mu Aotian and the others had gone in. They did not believe that they would be able to get out so easily. There was an 80 to 90% chance that there was something fishy going on. Either something had happened, or something had happened. Someone made a move. They injured Elder Valley and brought Mu Aotian and the others away, Elder Du Tao said. Could it be an expert from the Netherworld Palace? I'm not too sure at the moment. You have to be careful. Although our academy is not a dragon's lair or a tiger's den, it is not a place that ordinary people can barge in. That person was able to sneak in without anyone noticing and make Mu Out Yen and the others betray us. He should be very strong. Lin Fei nodded, indicating that he understood. Elder Du Tao did not sit for long before he left. Something like this had happened. It was as if a layer of dark clouds had shrouded the sky above the academy. Those shameless fellows. If I had known earlier, I would have killed them yesterday. That would have put an end to everything. This would not have happened. After sending Du Tao off, Lin Fei rubbed his chin and thought. Mu Out Yen and the others were all high-ranking elders. Since they were instigated to betray us, it was obvious that the culprit was not simple. He might even be a very strong person. If I kill them, everything will be easier. Luckily, I brought a bunch of demon gods back. Lin Fei came to a secret chamber under the invincible peak. This was specially set up. Hubby, you're being so mysterious. What are you trying to do? Other than Lin Fei, there were a few other people in the secret chamber. They were all beauties. As their cultivation increased, they became more and more beautiful. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything good in this secret chamber. Green Wan's personality was the same as before. She spoke softly. They knew this place very well. Hee, let me show you something good. Lin Fei opened the heaven and earth furnace and let everyone out. When the demon gods walked out, their auras shook the array. If not for Lin Fei setting up a new array, the auras of these demon gods were enough to cause chaos in the Elysium School. Every demon god here was not any weaker than the 3 immortal emperors of the Nether Palace. Especially the Black Mountain demon god, who was the strongest. Greetings, master and mistress. As soon as these demon gods came out, they retracted their auras and greeted respectfully. It wasn't Lin Jiqing's first time here. She had seen many high-level elders, but it was her first time seeing dozens of demon gods, and they even called her mistress. Hubby, what are they doing? These women could imagine how powerful these demon gods were. They were much more ferocious than the high-level elders of their school. They are all my servants. Lin Fei laughed loudly. Servants. This time, the 3 women, including Lin Jiqing, were scared out of their wits. Servants? Their hubby went out for a trip and brought back more than 60 demon god servants. It was simply unbelievable. The demon gods were terrifyingly powerful. Greetings, mistress. The demon gods greeted again. This time, they finally believed that their hubby was right. These demon gods listened to their hubby. They immediately understood why they came to the secret chamber. The word mistress made them enjoy it for once. Holy Heaven Academy isn't too safe these days. I'm going to arrange for the demon gods to be by your side. No matter who comes, they will die. Lin Fei was on his guard after what happened last night. To be able to injure the elder guarding the valley, one's strength was obvious. If someone were to lay a hand on his woman, the consequences would be unimaginable. Therefore, Lin Fei had to pay great attention to this matter. With these demon gods, Lin Fei felt at ease. No matter who made a move, with these demon gods, they would be able to catch them off guard. They would also have less to worry about. Lin Fei believed that no matter who made a move, Mu Out Yen and the rest would definitely go to the Netherworld Palace. At that time, it would be hard to guarantee that there wouldn't be an expert for his woman. The one who was sent would definitely be an expert. If they could wipe out all of them, the Netherworld Palace would definitely vomit blood. Jiqing, bring along 5 demon gods with you. They have concealed their aura. No one will be able to see their strength, except for the immortal emperor, demon emperor, and the rest. With them by your side, I can be at ease. The few people in the Holy Heaven Academy could enjoy such a huge investment. Xian Immortal Realm with 5 demon gods by his side. This was a huge trap. Lin Jiqing was a smart woman. She chuckled. Husband, you are so sinister. This is a trap with no exit. Whoever comes will fall for it. The other beauties immediately understood what was going on and started giggling. Oh, right, little Lele needs to be arranged too. On the other side, All right, we will help you get revenge for your matter. Men, bring them to settle down. In the Nether Palace, the great elder of the Nether Palace personally received them. Many of Mu'outyen's elders had been defeated this time. There were many of them. It was most appropriate for the great elder of the Nether Palace to receive them. Such a force could also be considered a great force. The Nether Palace cared a lot. It was necessary to settle them down. Great elder, I have a few words to say about Lin Fei. Mu'outyen was not in a hurry to leave. In fact, he did not expect that he would almost lose everything because of a small matter. Mu'outyen could not let go of this matter. Those elders who were familiar with him chose to stay silent this time. They did not help him. Mu'outyen still had a lot of resentment towards them. He had sweated and bled for the Holy Sky Academy. In the end, he ended up like this. He was not willing to accept it. All of this was caused by Lin Fei. If not for Lin Fei, he would still be an elder in the upper echelons. He would have a certain say in the academy. However, after this scene, he had completely lost it. Mu'outyen felt that it was all caused by Lin Fei. Last night, when the mysterious person attacked, Mu'outyen's heart wavered and he chose to betray them. He knew that Lin Fei killed him in one move and he could not take revenge. If he wanted to take revenge on Lin Fei, he had to borrow strength. This strength had to be huge enough to deal with Lin Fei. The Nether Palace was the best choice. Mu'outyen brought people over. Speak. The great elder of the Nether Palace frowned. The death of 3 secluded elders had made him very angry. These secluded elders were very strong. The death of one was a loss. Now they had lost 3 of them. It had been a long time since the Nether Palace had suffered such a loss. I think that the death of the 3 elders was caused by Lin Fei because Lin Fei's strength should have reached the level of a mortal emperor. Even if he hasn't reached that level, he should be close to it. Great elder, you have to be careful if you want to deal with Lin Fei. Mu'outyen wasn't a fool. The 3 immortal emperors must have some ulterior motives against Lin Fei. The great elder of the Nether Palace frowned again. Suspected to have the strength of an immortal emperor. All right, I understand. You can go and have a rest. The great elder of the Nether Palace waved his hand and asked someone to bring them away. After they left, an elder spoke up. Lin Fei's strength has improved very fast. It's impossible for him to reach this level in such a short period of time. I believe that the 3 elders must have been killed by Saint 33. Saint 33 definitely has the strength to do so. We haven't caught Lin Fei, but we have lost 3 elders. We have to make them pay. These elders were very angry. The Nether Palace had suffered a great loss in dealing with Lin Fei. This time, not only did they lose 3 elders, but they also lost a few talented disciples. This was like losing the bride and losing the soldiers. In their eyes, Lin Fei was a thorn in their side, and they wanted to get rid of him immediately. In reality, the great elder of the Nether Palace did not expect that this would be the result of his first attack. The losses were not small, and it was hard to imagine. Lin Fei is indeed not easy to deal with. Regardless of whether Lin Fei had the strength to do so, they had to take this matter seriously. That side is already unhappy. We have to deal with Lin Fei quickly. The great elder of the Nether Palace said. When he mentioned that side, his expression was very serious. They could not afford to offend the hidden dragon world, which was a huge force like the divine dragon world. Why don't we arrange for a few celestial lords to ambush Lin Fei, and then arrange for some experts to attack his woman? It would be best if we can kill his woman. When that time comes, Lin Fei is young and impetuous, and he will definitely come to us. With these 2 methods, even if Lin Fei does not die, he will come to us personally. A withered old man walked out. This old man was Zili's master. His disciple was dead, and as the master, he was naturally angry. The elders thought about it and felt that this method was feasible. It would be best if they could ambush Lin Fei. Even if they could not, they could still test Lin Fei's strength. The second method was very reasonable. A person like Lin Fei, who was young and powerful, would not be able to withstand provocation. Once he was provoked, he would definitely do something shocking. It would be for the best if Lin Fei could make it to the Nether Palace. Once he made it to the Nether Palace, he wouldn't be able to leave. With the experts of the Nether Palace, even if there were 100 of Lin Fei, he would still end up as one of the skeletons in the Nether Palace. The great elder of the Nether Palace also felt that this method was feasible. Then let's do it. We must not let the people over there be unhappy. Apart from this matter, they were more anxious to take down Lin Fei and not continue to drag it out. This time they had formed a grand lineup to deal a devastating blow to Lin Fei. It would be best if they could finish him off in one go, to avoid further trouble. Chapter 11:03. Even Zhan Wushuang and Xue Xiaolong were defeated by that black-robed kid. The group of dragon emperors in the divine dragon world was shocked. Regardless of whether Zhan Wushuang or Xue Xiaolong, their combat strength was comparable to that of the Dragon Emperor Palace's experts. It should not be possible for them to be instantly defeated. Everyone saw the black-robed kid's talent. In such a short time, he had mastered 2 emperor-level mystiques. Even they could not have done that. After the dragon emperors of the divine dragon palace received the news, they decided to enter the deity's pool together to see what was going on. They would be heading to the deity's pool in a short time. The dragon tribe's giants that had disappeared one after another. The periphery of the deity's pool was cold and quiet. Was he right? As they went deeper, they could not see a single one. Gone. All gone. The dragon tribe giants were shocked. The sounds of battle reverberated throughout the deity's pool. The top figures of the dragon clan were horrified to see this. A holy dragon used its instinctive mystique. The black-robed kid, who they thought was quite talented, used an emperor-level mystique and suppressed it with a flip of his hand. What a fast speed! His dragon divine power has reached the dragon divine level. What a terrifying talent! Is this kid going to break through to the dragon god level in one go? The dragon emperors could tell what the black-robed kid was thinking. Long Fan greets the dragon emperors. Long Fan had appeared. The news spread from his hands. After sending them out, Long Fan immediately sent out the news. This was a big deal. He had to let the dragon emperors know. In the deity's pool, no one had been so domineering. Golden dragons, holy dragons, and dark golden dragons were all defeated by the black-robed kid. His combat strength was inferior to some dark golden dragons, but he defeated them in a short time. His growth speed was shocking. Long Fan was worried that the deity's pool would be wiped out in one go. If that happened, the consequences would be unimaginable. After the report, the dragon emperors looked at the black-robed kid from head to toe. They had different expressions, but the result was the same. They were all stunned. At their age, they would not be able to reach such heights. Let him be. An authoritative dragon emperor said faintly, Zhan Wushuang and Xue Xiaolong are both top-notch talents, but they lost to the black-robed brat. They can't blame others for being inferior. The black-robed dragon emperor said again. As for Long Tingyi, this emperor will personally make a trip to warn them not to act recklessly. When the time comes, bring the black-robed brat to the divine dragon palace. The black-robed kid had reached the heavens in a single bound. A hint of envy flashed across Long Fan's eyes. 5 days, 10 days, half a month, rushing into the deity's lake, he fought nonstop every day. Good. Another dark golden dragon is in my hands. My dragon god power is about to make another breakthrough. In the blink of an eye, the insanely powerful dark golden dragon was suppressed by a saber light. It was quickly collected and refined into an immortal pill. Ding! Congratulations to player Lin Fei for advancing to the Celestial King stage. Ding! Obtain Celestial King reward. Ding! 1 eternal divine power pill. Ding! An emperor-level theurgy. Lin Fei was very surprised that he had advanced to the Celestial King realm. He opened the system to check and came to a realization. Refining the essence, spirit, and soul of the dragons would give him a huge amount of experience points, and it was a terrifying number. Previously, Lin Fei found it troublesome and turned off the experience points notification. I didn't expect to advance so quickly. Lin Fei took out the Eternal Divine Power Pill, and after checking, his eyes lit up. Permanently increase 30 billion Dragon God power? What a generous reward! The system rewarded Lin Fei with the Eternal Divine Power Pill. Then he felt relieved. Ever since the upgrade, the system had become more humane. 4 Dragon God power, the more the better. Lin Fei refined the Eternal Divine Power Pill in one gulp. Waves of Dragon God power poured into his body. The Dragon God power of Lin Fei's main body shot up like a rocket, climbing and breaking through. Ha ha ha. Unbelievable, really unbelievable. My main body's Dragon God power has exceeded 50 billion Dragon God power, reaching 70 billion Dragon God power. This level of Dragon God power is probably at the Dragon Monarch level, right? Boom! 70 billion Dragon God power made a loud noise at the same time. All the Dragon God power fused together. The ocean-like Dragon God power continued to gather and change. My Dragon God power is moving on its own. Lin Fei's expression changed. After trying, his Dragon God power was uncontrollable like before. It was an unprecedented change. My Dragon God power is changing. What is going on? Lin Fei flipped through some memories. Throne of God Palace? After flipping through a large number of memories, Lin Fei's eyes narrowed into a line as he found the reason for the change. So when the Dragon God power reaches 50 billion Dragon God power, and it's my main body, the Dragon God power will turn into a throne of God Palace. The Dragon God power combined, and a glorious throne of God Palace appeared in Lin Fei's perception. An unprecedented power filled Lin Fei's body. Jingguang's glorious throne of God Palace, shining brightly, covered in Dragon God power and immortal runes, exuding an extraordinary aura, stood tall in Lin Fei's body, and his consciousness could also examine it. This is an Emperor-level mystique? Near the throne of God Palace, there were a total of 3 Emperor-level mystique life tokens. Cage of Destiny, Divine Light / of Destiny, Mystique Phantom. The first 2 Emperor-level mystiques were much bigger than the latter, and it was obvious at a glance. Is this the realm change that only immortal kings have? Lin Fei did not know much about the immortal king realm, and he only had a smattering of knowledge. The system even rewarded me with the worlds end near at hand. The Emperor-level mystique rewarded by the system was worlds end near. This Emperor-level mystique is too useful to me. Worlds end near was the great instant teleportation technique of the Emperor-level mystiques. It was not restricted by anything and could move at will with a single target. Refine. Soon, there was another Emperor-level mystique near the throne of God Palace. Calculating. Lin Fei had mastered for Emperor-level mystiques. Time is running out. I still have to work hard. A month passed in the blink of an eye. Long Fan Dragon, Lord finally heaved a sigh of relief and wiped the sweat off his forehead. Luckily, it's time, or all the giant dragons in the deity's lake would have been captured in one fell swoop. During these days, Long Fan only paid attention to one person, the black-robed kid, the golden giant dragon, the holy giant dragon, the dark golden giant dragon. These powerful beings could not stop the black-robed kid, and they were all captured and refined. The black-robed kid's physique was amazing, and he could contain waves of dragon god power. Time's up, it's all over. Beams of light landed on the remaining people and pulled them in front of Long Fan Dragon Lord. Unbounded sky, mad, azure waves has us, and the others all had imposing auras, and their divine palaces stood tall. Every move they made revealed their powerful battle strength. Brother Mu, Brother Mu. Chapter 1104. Seeing Lin Fei come out, they hurried to greet him. They took the initiative to greet him, to express their gratitude. Without him, they might not have had today's harvest and could only watch helplessly. Even though it had only been a month and their abilities had improved tremendously, they were still shocked to see the black-robed kid. He was like a bottomless lake, unfathomable. Wu Ji Tianquang and the rest felt a chill in their hearts. In fact, Lin Fei could not help but sigh at the geniuses of the mystical dragon world. They were natural-born geniuses, and their improvement was terrifying. It was the right decision to let them stay. I owe them a big favor. Lin Fei glanced at them. The amount of energy they emitted produced a specific number. Wu Ji Tianquang's improvement is the fastest. With some secret skills, he should be able to reach the level of a dragon lord. Killing the dragon god and dragon emperor will be a piece of cake. Long Fan Dragon Lord's eyes were on the other party, and he was shocked. I can't see through his strength. How is this possible? Is he stronger than me? Has he condensed the throne of the heavenly court? Impossible. Even Zhan Wushuang and Xue Xiaolong would need a few hundred years to achieve this. Long Fan Dragon Lord suppressed his shock. Congratulations on your gains in the deity's lake. All right, let's go. Long Fan Dragon Lord used a precious teleportation talisman. Originally, Lin Fei had planned to go to the deity's lake in the future to kill all the remaining dragons in order to improve his divine powers. Now, it seemed like he would have to postpone it indefinitely. What a pity. Back at Dragon City, Wu Ji Tianquang and the rest left one after another. Before leaving, they had invited Lin Fei to be their guest. Now, they had to return to report the situation. It was of great importance, and they had to get there before others. Lin Fei agreed to their requests, one by one. This was what he wanted. The Dragon Emperor wants to see me. This news was indeed shocking, and he had no time to digest it. Isn't it just the Dragon Emperor? I have mystiques, so there's nothing to worry about. At most, I'll just leave. Lin Fei knew what he had done in the deity's lake. Were they trying to rope him in or punish him? He really wanted to know. Brother Mu, follow me. In front of a magnificent golden palace, Lin Fei followed Long Fan and Dragon Monarch to this place. But before they even entered, boundless pressure assaulted them. As expected of the residents of the Dragon Emperor, it was filled with endless majesty. This Brother Mu is indeed extraordinary. Previously, many young elites were unable to maintain their composure in the face of the Dragon Emperor's aura. Clearly, the difference between the two is huge. Long Fan Dragon Lord was secretly shocked. The pressure of the Dragon Emperor affected people below the innate realm. It was rare for someone to be able to be so relaxed and content the first time they came here. At the very least, he didn't see any problems in this aspect for the time being. As such, Long Fan Dragon Lord valued Mu Lin even more. If nothing went wrong, he would definitely become a Dragon Emperor in the future. Are you Mu Lin? Next to the dazzling palace, the space fluctuated, and a middle-aged man walked out. Behind him, many experts with powerful auras appeared one after another, all of them looking over. These experts with powerful auras blocked the way. Long Tingy, Dragon Sovereign's men. Seeing these people appear, Long Fan Dragon Lord knew something was wrong. His face darkened. What do you want? Why aren't you leaving? Long Fan Dragon Lord, you better not interfere in this matter. We are here for Mu Lin. The middle-aged man in the lead spoke in a threatening tone, filled with killing intent. His gaze landed on the black-robed kid. Xue Xiaolong was defeated by this kid. It's really hard to tell. Long Xian Dragon Lord sized him up and was surprised. If Xue Xiaolong had not said it himself, no one would believe that this kid was hiding his strength. Long Xian, Brother Mu, is summoned by the Dragon Emperor. Are you trying to offend the Dragon Emperor? Long Fan Dragon Lord glared. Long Tingy was a Dragon Sovereign's man, and he was obstructing him. This was equivalent to not giving him face. Long Fan Dragon Lord, You don't have to stoop to their level. In my eyes, they're just a bunch of clowns. Lin Fei strode forward, meeting the other party's gaze without fear. Kid, you are indeed arrogant. Long Xian Dragon Lord's face darkened. You know who I am, and yet you dare to speak like this. Do you think I won't dare to attack you? If you know what's good for you, come with us. Our Lord wants to see you. In front of this palace, they wouldn't dare to attack. This would be disrespecting the Dragon Emperor. As they spoke, the experts that came with them surrounded Lin Fei. Long Xian, let me warn you. Take your men and scram. Don't blame me for being rude. Long Fan Dragon Lord recognized this was a spirit design and was infuriated. Long Tingyi's men were too much. Who is your lord? Don't think that you can trap me with a spirit design. Lin Fei swept his gaze over, and everything was clear to him. How dare you be disrespectful to my lord? Attack and take him away. Long Xian Dragon Lord stood in front of Long Fan Dragon Lord. Those people's eyes flashed as they activated a spirit design together. How dare you? Long Fan Dragon Lord was furious. The other party really dared to attack. Boom, 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 the experts worked together to summon a huge black dragon that whipped towards Lin Fei. Brother Mu, be careful. This is their Dragon Lock prison immortal design. The black dragon whipped down, causing the void to tremble. If not for the fact that the void here was extremely sturdy, it would have collapsed and all living beings would have been killed. Congeal. A gigantic hand formed from divine power slammed into the black dragon's head. The black dragon roared and was sent flying back. Lin Fei strode over and pressed his palm down on the black dragon's body, making it impossible for the black dragon to move. You can't. Boom, 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 arms grew out, and the Emperor-class Mystique shadow appeared before them. 6 arms extended continuously and slapped down. Bang, 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 as the arms slapped down, they raised their hands to block. Once the god power met them, they were smashed into pieces and vomited blood. He's too strong. They couldn't block an attack from just the arms. Destiny Godlight cleave. Emperor-class aura filled the air as the saber light flashed. The subordinates that Long Xian brought lost their lives to the saber light. Their physical bodies and primordial spirits were smashed, and they truly died. You dare to kill them all? Long Xian Dragon Lord pointed at Lin Fei, his face completely black. Lin Fei laughed heartily. I will kill all my enemies without mercy. I dare to kill them, and so will you. I will kill them without hesitation. Fear flashed in Long Xian Dragon Lord's eyes. You dare? I am a Dragon Lord. Pooh. Chapter 1105. You dare kill me. Long Xian Dragon Lord's eyes widened. Fresh blood flowed from his brow and dyed his entire face red. He looked ferocious and terrifying. His powerful blood qi did not kill him for real. Killing someone like you is killing me. What's there to be afraid of? Lin Fei flicked his fingernails as though he had done something insignificant. Dragon Lord, you are really nothing in my eyes. You can die in peace. Long Xian Dragon Lord's eyes rolled back in anger. His consciousness went black and he lost all signs of life. A Dragon Lord expert had died. This Dragon Lord's death was too humiliating. Long Xian Dragon Monarch wasn't the strongest amongst the Dragon Monarchs. On the contrary, he was a novice and could be considered as a newly ascended Dragon Monarch. His divine power had barely reached 50 billion Dragon God power points, which was just enough for him to reach the title of Dragon Monarch. Unfortunately, he met Lin Fei. Lin Fei used an Emperor-class Mystique right from the start and caught his opponent off guard. It was only natural that he died on the spot. Not good. He killed Long Xian Dragon Lord. Run. Those that came were all Dragon God level experts. Long Xian Dragon Lord's death threw the situation into chaos. Since you're all here, Go down and accompany him. There's no need to leave. Lin Fei flicked his finger again, and balls of divine power shot out, piercing through their bodies and exploding their bodies one by one. Not a single one of them survived. With his current strength, killing a dragon god level expert with 20 billion main body's god power was as easy as drinking water. Fresh blood flowed outside the palace, and the stench of blood permeated the air. Lin Fei straightened his clothes and said calmly, "Can we go now?" Long Fan Dragon Lord thought to himself, "What a moo brat. He killed without batting an eyelid. A Dragon Lord was killed in the blink of an eye. Long Tingy's Dragon Lord is probably going to vomit blood. This slap is not light. Yes, yes." Both of them did not care about the dead guy, as though he did not exist. "This moo brat is so cruel. He said he would kill them just like that." 3 dragon emperors stood in the palace. They had all seen what had happened earlier, but they did nothing to stop it. "Long Tingy, you've gone too far. You even dared to use the Great Formation in front of us, wanting to bring the other party away. You're simply not putting us dragon emperors in your eyes." A green-clothed dragon emperor's tone was extremely bad. "That is indeed too much. That is why I did not make a move. Instead, I let Little Moo do it. Consider it a reminder to Dragon Lord Long Tingy, lest he continues to make mistakes." The black-robed dragon emperor in the center smiled. Based on this attitude, Brat Moo is worth nurturing. If Brat Moo had chosen to compromise and back down, his performance would have been disappointing. That's good too. Only by killing Long Tingy's spirit can we go and cultivate that Moo brat. The image in front of him gradually faded away. In the blink of an eye, only the black-robed dragon emperor was left in the hall. After a while, Long Fan came in with his men. "Long Fan, you go out first." Long Fan glanced at Lin Fei, then turned around and left. The hall immediately fell silent. "Brat Moo, how dare you kill a dragon god right in front of him? Do you know the consequences?" The moment Long Fan left, the black-robed dragon emperor shouted from the throne. A boundless might surged out. "Lord Dragon Emperor, what did I do wrong? Why was I not aware of it?" Facing the boundless might, Lin Fei's divine nature flashed, blocking the boundless might, not being affected at all. "Indeed, you have some means to block this Dragon Emperor's might." The black-robed Dragon Emperor stood up, his gaze sharp as if it could tear through everything. His gaze seemed to pierce through Lin Fei's entire body. "You praise me too much." Facing the black-robed Dragon Emperor, Lin Fei did not feel nervous at all. "If there is nothing else, I will be leaving." If the people outside heard these words, they would probably gape in shock. It was a great honor to be summoned by a Dragon Emperor. How could one leave after just one meeting? "Do you know that you have already offended the hidden tribes and some dragon sovereigns of the Dragon Sovereign Palace in the Divine Dragon World?" The black-robed Dragon Emperor sat down again, appearing interested. "You must want to return to the great metropolis realm. However, do you think you can?" "Lin Fei, not to mention the Divine Dragon Palace. Just one hidden tribe's ambush is more than you can handle." This result did not surprise Lin Fei at all. Unexpectedly, Lord Dragon Emperor knows my name. Since entering the deity's pool, Lin Fei had believed that such a day would come. "I am truly touched. How about Lord Dragon Emperor, send me back?" The Divine Dragon World was a strong world among the many realms. Finding a person's trail was not a big problem. As long as one wanted to, one could find it. "Lin Fei, you have managed to fool many people. Unfortunately, you cannot fool this Dragon Emperor," the black-robed Dragon Emperor said with a smile, ignoring Lin Fei's request. "As long as I spread the news, what do you think will happen?" Lin Fei did not get angry. "I believe that Lord Dragon Emperor will not do that. Otherwise, I would not be standing here." Lin Fei did not sense any killing qi from the black-robed Dragon Emperor. Without killing qi, The Black-Robed Dragon Emperor had no intention of dealing with Lin Fei. You are young and promising. Our divine dragon world's geniuses, Zhan Wushuang, Xue Xiaolong, and the experts of the younger generation were all chased out by you, the Black-Robed Dragon Emperor said. You have taken all the benefits of the deity's pool, including the emperor-level mystique in the Sea of Destiny. I believe that many people will personally deal with you. No matter how strong you are, you will ultimately lose your life. Lin Fei calmed down. The Black-Robed Dragon Emperor would not deal with him for now. Lord Dragon Emperor, you have said so much. You are just saying that I am in a bad situation. If you have something to say, just say it. Don't hide it. Everyone is suffering. The Black-Robed Dragon Emperor clapped his hands. This Dragon Emperor will tell you clearly. I want you to do something for the divine dragon world. I believe that besides you, no one else can accomplish it. As long as you agree, you will be an honored guest of the divine dragon world. No one in the divine dragon world will dare to do anything to you. Lin Fei thought for a while and smiled bitterly. Lord Dragon Emperor, you think too highly of me. How can I do something that even you can't? Why don't you find someone else? If you don't get something in return, don't expect me to help you. Lin Fei was not stupid enough to agree right away. If it was something that only he could help with, it had to be something important. It might even involve danger. He wanted to delay it as long as he could. Lin Fei, don't pretend in front of me. I don't mind telling you this. I want you to take something out of the eternal immortal emperor's treasury. What do you think? Black-Robed Dragon Emperor is very cunning. Lin Fei was still thinking about the Black-Robed Dragon Emperor's words when he left the palace. A treasure from the eternal immortal emperor's treasury. This was a surprising result. I have to do it, even if I don't want to. Lin Fei shook his head, his eyes rolling. If that treasure is extremely valuable, then he might not hand it over. Let's talk about it after I use it. His strength had improved by leaps and bounds. Lin Fei dared to think of something. The hidden tribes and the dragon sovereign will not cause any trouble for now. I can go back and prepare for the trip to the eternal immortal emperor's treasury. Lin Fei believed that the Black-Robed Dragon Emperor's words would be effective, given his current strength. As long as the Dragon Emperor did not make a move, no one could do anything to him. If they were careless, he might even kill a few of them. Chapter 1106. Black Flame, isn't it too rash to send Lin Fei there? The Dragon Emperor who had left earlier appeared as soon as Lin Fei left. The Black-Robed Dragon Emperor was called the Black Flame Dragon Emperor. Lin Fei had concealed his name, but it was nothing to the Dragon Emperor. He could easily find out. When he found out about Lin Fei's background, he was not surprised. At most, he would look at the Eternal Emperor's treasure and not pay too much attention to him. At this realm, he had seen all sorts of geniuses. There were geniuses even more powerful than Lin Fei. No, the Eternal Emperor was famous. That won't happen. The Eternal Emperor was famous back then, and he left behind his own inheritance treasure. There are treasures hidden in it. Even if we enter it personally, we might not be able to retrieve them. However, Lin Fei is completely different. Zhan Wushuang, Xue Xiaolong, the person we are optimistic about, won't be able to withstand a single move from Lin Fei. Lin Fei will definitely be able to retrieve what belongs to our divine dragon world in the inheritance land. Even if he can't retrieve it, it's not a bad idea to make other preparations. The Dragon Emperor nodded in agreement. That item had never appeared. Now that the Eternal Emperor's treasure had appeared, they were not willing to give up this opportunity. They had to make other preparations. They could not put everything in one basket. Lin Fei was their other preparation. He's outside the mystical dragon palace. It was a huge plaza. Usually it was very quiet. Few people would come here. The plaza was filled with emperor-level pressure. Black Sky Dragon God, the Black-Robe Kid, is out. In the area filled with emperor-level pressure, a murderous aura was contained. Dozens of people stood on the plaza. staring fiercely in one direction. They really came. As soon as Lin Fei came out, many murderous gazes fell on him. They were surprised by their speed. It was obvious that Long Tingyi's men had come. Mu Lin, how dare you kill Long Xian, dragon god? How dare you? A middle-aged man in the middle raised his hand. Dark clouds descended and the sky darkened. Jingguang's divine power palms slammed down on Lin Fei with thunderous momentum. This palm strike caused everyone's expression to change. With a smile on his face, Lin Fei unhurriedly sent out a palm strike to meet the other party's palm strike. The middle-aged man's lips curled up and his expression sank. His divine power, Dragon Lord Long Shintian, was a capable subordinate of Dragon Lord Long Tengyi. He was much stronger than Qi Longxian. After knowing about the brat, he volunteered to bring the black-robed brat back. The strongest Dragon Monarch Palace, a Dragon Monarch expert, was killed. Dragon Monarch Palace, Lord Long Tengyi was enraged and destroyed many things. Losing a Dragon Monarch and quite a few Dragon God experts was indeed not a small loss. Long Shintian took the initiative to attack. When their palms met, his expression immediately changed. Again, Long Xuantian Dragon Lord's divine power had already reached 60 billion divine dragon power. At their level, it was extremely difficult to raise the divine dragon power of their main body. Every increase in strength was an increase in strength. The difference of 10 billion dragon divine power was enough to make Long Xuantian's combat power reach a terrifying level. However, this power could not do anything to the black-robed brat. Long Xuantian Dragon Lord shot into the sky, his murderous intent locked onto the other party. God palaces were endless, and the power of each move reached a shocking level. Lin Fei, who was attacking, was calm. He blocked each move easily and was not injured at all. Who allowed you to attack? A huge face appeared, occupying the entire sky, and an angry emperor's aura shrouded the area. The divine power that was rampaging in all directions instantly stopped and completely disintegrated in an instant. Dragon Emperor. Long Xuantian's expression changed once again. As a dragon lord, facing the Dragon Emperor was like a chasm that could not be crossed. If the Dragon Emperor wanted to kill him, he could do so with a thought. You still know that I am the Dragon Emperor. The huge face turned into a black-robed man standing in the sky. What's going on? Why did the Dragon Emperor stop us? Long Xuantian Dragon Lord lowered his head. His eyes filled with indignation. If he had known this would happen, he would have rushed up and taken the black-robed brat down. Dragon Emperor, actually, we did not want to do this. The black-robed brat was too ruthless. Isn't it just a small matter? Why did he have to be so heavy-handed? We invited him over just to understand him. We have no ill intentions. Since the Dragon Emperor had appeared, Long Shintian did not dare to speak carelessly. Even a palace lord would not dare to offend a Dragon Emperor. Cut the crap. Bring your people and leave. The black-robed Dragon Emperor shouted, and a vast energy surged. Long Shintian could not resist and was sent out on the spot. I say, Dragon Emperor, why did you attack now? Are you purposely causing trouble? Lin Fei grumbled. The black-robed Dragon Emperor was one of Black Flame's incarnations. He said calmly, You are a distinguished guest. How can I let you attack? If you attack, Long Shintian and the others will not be able to survive. How could the Black Flame Dragon Emperor not know what Lin Fei was thinking? This fellow was not an honest person. If he used an Emperor-class mystic ability, Long Tengyi would lose many experts. This must not happen. Lin Fei rolled his eyes. He wanted to slap Long Tengyi's face, but there was no way he could do it now. In a dragon sovereign palace, Long Tengyi's dragon sovereign sat on the throne with a cold expression. The cold air coming from the 9 underworlds made people not dare to approach. Among the 10 great dragon sovereigns, the first dragon sovereign palace, was slapped in the face by a young man. He even killed one of their dragon sovereign experts. This was not a small matter. It was natural for Long Tingy's dragon sovereign to be in a bad mood. Due to his identity, Long Tingy's dragon sovereign would not attack personally. However, he did not intend to let the other party go. Xian Tian has been out for so long. Why hasn't he brought him back yet? Long Tingy's dragon sovereign frowned. With Long Xuantian's strength and the dragon god experts he brought along, it would not be difficult to suppress the black-robed brat. Why, whoosh, an emperor's aura descended from the sky. A mysterious power enveloped the entire dragon sovereign palace. Everyone standing in the main hall instantly lost their ability to move. They were all imprisoned. Black Flame Dragon Emperor, Long Tingy's dragon sovereign, stood up. A bad feeling arose in his heart. You know me, the Dragon Emperor? Who allowed you to attack Mulin? If news of this gets out, our mystical dragon world will be wiped out. Long Tingy's dragon sovereign did not expect the Black Flame Dragon Emperor to really come. What right did this black-robed brat have to be protected by the Black Flame Dragon Emperor? Long Tingy, I'll be honest with you. Mulin is of great use to our mystical dragon world. From today onwards, you are not allowed to have any ideas about him. The Black Flame Dragon Emperor's voice was full of authority. The Black Flame Dragon Emperor had specially made this trip to warn Long Tingy's dragon sovereign not to act recklessly. You, black-robed brat, you even brought out the Dragon Emperor. This matter is not over yet. Chapter 1107. 100 celestial emperors made their moves and formed a powerful formation. They looked down on everything in their path. The god of white bones was going to completely destroy the Holy Heaven Academy. The god of white bones threw a punch at the Holy Heaven Academy. The shadow of the god of white bones soared through the sky and wanted to completely destroy the Holy Heaven Academy. The Palace of Netherworld was completely determined. Brother Saint, it's not too late to hand over Lin Fei. I can ask them to stop. Saint 33 and Traceless Hades were both experts. The battle between the two was earth-shattering. At their level, it was extremely difficult to determine a winner or loser. Impossible. Lin Fei is a disciple of our academy. No matter who he is, we won't hand him over. Saint 33 shouted and attacked back. Traceless Hades laughed loudly. Since Brother Saint doesn't intend to hand over Lin Fei, we will do it ourselves. 100 celestial emperors worked together and activated the god of white bones. They swept through everything in their path and were about to enter the academy and bring Lin Fei out. That might not be the case. Saint 33's figure disappeared in an instant. When he came out again, he was standing on the formation. Formation, rise. A majestic energy rushed out from the Holy Heaven Academy and supported Saint 33. Celestial energy burst forth, and he slapped at the god of white bones. The god of white bones was crushed by the majestic celestial energy and was sent flying far away. What do you think now? With just a casual palm, he mobilized the celestial energy of the Holy Heaven Academy and forced the god of white bones to retreat. Again, the second wave of energy came. The majestic energy turned into a divine pagoda and pressed down. 100 celestial emperors activated the god of white bones again and faced the divine pagoda. The divine pagoda pressed down on the god of white bones. Saint 33 punched through the air and landed on the bodies of the 100 celestial emperors. The 100 celestial emperors instantly vomited blood. The onlookers sucked in a breath of cold air. The Holy Heaven Academy was indeed worthy of being one of the 4 great academies. The power they mobilized was able to withstand the powerful attack of 100 celestial emperors. Not only that, they even injured someone. Brother Yuming, do you still think that this is necessary? Saint 33 didn't attack again. He stood on the formation and faced the crowd like a true deity. Traceless Hades walked over with large strides with a solemn look in his eyes. You mobilized all the power of the Academy. Unless an immortal emperor appears, no one will be able to suppress this power. That's right, Saint 33 said faintly. You guys can leave. With all the power of the Holy Heaven Academy together, Saint 33's strength was countless times stronger. It wasn't something that ordinary people could withstand. Just like what he said, only an immortal emperor would be able to make a move. Otherwise, it would be difficult to break through. Think about it. This was a formation set up by the Saint Heaven Immortal Emperor back then. Brother Sheng, you are very strong now, but it might not be the same next time. The only thing Traceless Hades didn't expect was that the might of this formation was stronger than he imagined. Even if Traceless Hades used his full strength, he wouldn't be able to gain any advantage. On the contrary, he might even waste his effort. Therefore, there was no need for him to do so. No one knew the foundation of the Holy Heaven Academy. There was no need for Traceless Hades to be the vanguard. His objective today was simple. It would be best if he could scare the Holy Heaven Academy. He wouldn't need to make a move. His second objective was to test the strength of the Holy Heaven Academy. From the looks of it, the strength of the Holy Heaven Academy was much stronger than he had imagined. If the Holy Heaven Academy had been breached previously, everyone would have kicked the Holy Heaven Academy when it was down. This would have saved them a lot of trouble. Let's go. No one had expected the aggressive Nether Palace to leave just like that. The 100 immortal emperors were all injured. It seemed like they had suffered a great loss. They were 100 immortal emperors. They summoned the god of white bones at the same time. Saint 33 sent the god of white bones flying with a punch. One could see how powerful he was. The Netherworld Palace had left. Everyone was too embarrassed to stay. Soon, most of the people had left. The cloud-like power of the array shrouded the sky above the Holy Heaven Academy again. No one could see what was going on inside. Buffed! After they left, Saint 33 vomited a mouthful of blood. The power of the array is too strong. My physical body can't take it anymore. Although the power of the Holy Heaven Academy's array was powerful, it required a carrier. Saint 33 could mobilize it at will. In reality, he only controlled a portion of it. This portion of power could crush 100 immortal emperors and threaten the great elder of the Netherworld Palace. Lin Fei, the Netherworld Palace, returned empty-handed. I believe they won't give up just like that. They will definitely make a move on the eternal immortal emperor's treasure. You have to be careful. Saint 33 landed on the invincible peak. Lin Fei had been paying attention. He had wanted to make a move. With his demon god, he could fight 100 immortal emperors. However, he stopped after hearing what Saint 33 said. Lin Fei had seen the power of the Holy Heaven Academy's array. That wave of power was just too strong. I understand. Lin Fei nodded. The Holy Heaven Academy had the power of the array. It could mobilize power. Just as Lin Fei said, only immortal emperors could break the array and suppress it with their true strength. Only then could they enter the Holy Heaven Academy. Come with me. Saint 33 flashed and walked into the void. A tunnel was formed instantly. Meet someone? Lin Fei was curious. He had no idea who he was going to meet. At the end of the tunnel, he appeared in a small world. There's a small world in the academy? Lin Fei was shocked. He knew that there was space in the academy, but he didn't know about a small world like this. One of my senior martial brothers lives here. The senior brother of the great elder? Could he be an immortal emperor? The small world was filled with the chirping of birds and the fragrance of flowers. It was as if he had come to another world. In the world filled with the fragrance of flowers, there was a lake in the middle, and there was a wooden house by the lake. The small world was filled with peace and tranquility. Saint 33 brought Lin Fei to the side of the wooden house by the lake. Senior brother, Saint 33 said to the lake. This made Lin Fei curious again. There didn't seem to be anything in the lake. Junior brother. The lake rippled. and the water elemental energy condensed into a young man. He was dressed in green, and his eyes were filled with a tranquil aura. Saint 33 said, "Senior brother, sorry to disturb you." The young man in green waved his hand, and a wave of water elemental energy landed on Saint 33's body. The injuries that were left on Saint 33 recovered instantly. "You're injured again. You even used the power of the formation. Who in the world is here?" Facing this senior brother, Saint 33 said, "Senior brother, I brought a person here today. He's someone who can inherit Master's orthodoxy. Take a look." Lin Fei felt a gaze landing on him. Chapter 1108. See you in the Divine Dragon World. That night, Lin Fei left the Divine Dragon World. The Emperor-level mystique, imminent skyline, left quietly. The gains from this trip to the Divine Dragon World were unimaginable, especially in terms of divine power. He broke through the limit. Since then, there was a huge change in his strength. On top of that, he stepped into the Immortal King realm. Lin Fei was now an Immortal King, a true Immortal King, with combat power at the level of the Divine Dragon World's Dragon God. After continuously using imminent skyline, Lin Fei was far away from the Divine Dragon World. "Duanmu, after so long, do you think that kid will come out again?" In the Wuji world, next to the Divine Dragon World, two immortal emperors were guarding the entrance to the Wuji world. Not far from them was the world bridge, which led to the Wuji world. If you hadn't hidden your trump card, would the black-robed kid have been able to kill me? Immortal Emperor Duanmu said in a low voice, his face not looking too good. Immortal Emperor Xue Qing smiled bitterly. "I didn't expect that kid to have a mid-grade immortal artifact." These two were Immortal Emperor Xue Qing and Immortal Emperor Duanmu, who hunted down Lin Fei. That day, Immortal Emperor Duanmu and Immortal Emperor Xue Qing fought. Both of them were injured and forced to stop fighting. Immortal Emperor Xue Qing compensated them and settled the matter. The two immortal emperors could not take it lying down. Therefore, they waited outside the world bridge, waiting for the black-robed kid to show up. Immortal Emperor Duanmu had suffered heavy losses and was furious at the black-robed kid. After some time, the black-robed kid disappeared into thin air. Immortal Emperor Xue Qing could not sit still anymore. Two immortal emperors waiting for a black-robed kid. It was embarrassing. "He's here. I can feel the black-robed kid's aura." Immortal Emperor Duanmu, who had been sitting cross-legged, had a gloomy expression. His gaze pierced through the endless void and saw a black-robed kid heading in their direction. "Great! When I catch the black-robed kid, I'll throw his primordial spirit into the netherworld ocean and make him suffer day and night, trapping him for 10,000 years. Immortal Emperor Xue Qing had lost a son and compensated Immortal Emperor Duanmu. "Look at my mountain river diagram." Immortal Emperor Duanmu took out his immortal artifact, the mountain river diagram, and it pierced through the void. A lifelike scene of mountains and rivers swept the black-robed boy into the mountain river diagram. "Let's go in." Immortal Emperor Duanmu entered the mountain river diagram. The mountain and river diagram was a lower-grade celestial artifact that contained a grotto heaven. The person who held the mountain and river diagram would become a godlike existence in the grotto heaven, invincible. "It's good that we've trapped this kid. I'm afraid he won't be able to use his emperor-level divine ability." The Blood City Immortal Sovereign clearly remembered that this kid's speed was extremely fast, and it was even an Emperor-class sacred art. Even the two of them couldn't catch up to him even if they joined forces. Immortal Emperor Duanmu took out the mountain and river diagram as soon as he saw the black-robed young man appear, so as to prevent him from escaping. Immortal Emperor Duanmu had paid a huge price to repair the low-grade immortal artifact. "Blood City, this kid's Emperor-class sacred art already belongs to me. You better know your limits." Immortal Emperor Duanmu said coldly, I, Blood City, am a man of my word. If you don't want this Emperor-class sacred art, then so be it. However, we'll split this kid's mid-grade immortal artifact equally. Don't even think about keeping it for yourself. Immortal Emperor Xue Qing couldn't wait to take the Emperor-class sacred art for himself. For an expert of his level, an Emperor-class sacred art for speed was undoubtedly a life-saving sacred art. In order to rope in Duanmu, it didn't matter if he gave up an Emperor-class sacred art. The main point was the mid-grade immortal artifact. Immortal Emperor Duanmu nodded his head in satisfaction and brought Blood City Immortal Emperor Xue Qing into the mountain and river diagram. Kid, I've been waiting for you for a long time. As soon as Immortal Emperor Xue Qing entered the mountain and river diagram, he saw the black-robed young man trapped by thousands of arrays. There was a world in the mountain and river diagram, and at the same time there were arrays set up. Immortal Emperor Duanmu had underestimated the other party last time, so he didn't activate many arrays, which caused the mountain and river diagram to be destroyed. This left him with a bellyful of resentment. When he attacked again, he didn't give the other party any time to react. He activated all the arrays and used the power of the arrays in the world to suppress the black-robed young man. In the center of the world, the black-robed young man was trapped in the center, and the power of the arrays was suppressing him. So it's the two of you. It's really rare to see the two of you launching a sneak attack for an unimportant person like me. Lin Fei chuckled. Aren't you afraid of being laughed at if this gets out? The two immortal emperors couldn't hold their faces anymore. After all, they were immortal emperors with more than 50 nomological laws. They could kill ordinary heaven stage immortal kings with a wave of their hands. They were like old ancestors in their sections. The two of them attacking a black-robed young man was indeed a joke. Do you think anyone will know? Immortal Emperor Duanmu sneered. You were lucky to escape last time. This time, even if you have an Emperor-grade divine ability, you won't be able to escape under the control of my array. If you know what's good for you, you'd better hand over the Emperor-grade divine ability and the set of medium-grade celestial artifacts. Lin Fei blinked. Aren't you worried about what a person like me at my age and with my strength will represent? I believe this will be a nightmare for you. Hee kid, you're still too naive. We dare to attack you because we're not afraid of the people behind you. There are many sects in the universe, and you're not the only one behind you. Don't even think about it if you want to scare us with the sect behind you. You've killed my disciple, so you should know that you'll end up like this today. Immortal Emperor Xue Qing wasn't afraid of threats. Black-robed young man, I'll say the same thing again. Are you going to hand it over or not? Immortal Emperor Duanmu wasn't so patient. He had to get his hands on the things as soon as possible. That was the most important thing to do, lest something unexpected happened. Being able to grasp an Emperor-level mystic ability at such a young age, the two of them still had a certain degree of fear. They were afraid that the other party had left behind a divine, sense left behind by a big shot. In fact, this was the reason why they suppressed the other party at the beginning and didn't kill him. It couldn't be better if they could force the other party to hand it over. Sigh, it seems like you're asking for it. I believe that you have quite a lot of real spirits on you. I'll kindly accept them. Lin Fei smiled brightly. I pity you too, immortal emperors. Duanmu, use the grand array to deal with him. Immortal Emperor Duanmu's eyelids twitched. He didn't know why, but he felt uneasy for no reason. At their level, they could reach a certain level of foresight. Forget it. This stinking brat is in this old man's mountain river diagram. He's isolated from everything. If he snatches the Emperor-level mystic ability and middle-grade celestial artifact, he'll just leave. A set of middle-grade celestial artifact. Immortal Emperor Duanmu was too tempted. Rise! Immortal Emperor Duanmu struck out a series of hand seals. The 10,000 layers array surged like a mountain. The huge power condensed into giants that blasted towards the black-robed kid in the array. I'll seriously injure this brat first, and then use the secret technique to control him. At that time, the Emperor-level mystic ability and middle-grade celestial artifact will be mine. That old thing, Shui Qing, won't get any benefits. Immortal Emperor Duanmu said in his heart. A set of middle-grade celestial artifact was completely worth it for Immortal Emperor Duanmu. Humans die for wealth and birds die for food, not to mention a set of middle-grade celestial artifact. Boom, 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 boom. Those giants were condensed from the power of the array. At the same time, they were the concentrated power of the entire Grotto Heaven world. Their strength was quite terrifying. A Heaven Stage Celestial King would be smashed into pieces by this attack. This power is not enough, Shuecheng said while shaking his head. The power that could have killed Lin Fei instantly dissipated before it could even get close to him. After shaking his head, Lin Fei struck out a huge hand made of divine power at the 10,000 layers array in front of him. The divine power was like a flood, surging and unparalleled. It collided with the array one after another. The array crumbled instantly. The 10,000 layers array no longer existed in a few breaths. The 10,000 layers array broke instantly. The two immortal emperors opened their mouths wide. The power of the Grotto Heaven world couldn't even hurt a hair of the other party. It's fine if you didn't come looking for me. I won't lower myself to your level. What a pity! Swoosh! Lin Fei flicked his finger casually and shot out two saber lights formed by divine power. Immortal Emperor Duanmu and Shui Cheng's faces changed instantly. They hurriedly struck out their killer moves to resist the two saber lights. Their hearts were in turmoil. How did this brat's strength surpass theirs in such a short time? Bang, bang, bang. Their attacks couldn't even withstand a single blow from the saber lights. The two saber lights blasted on their bodies. Their bodies cracked like cracks. They couldn't withstand the blow and directly exploded. I wasn't a match for them before. I had to rely on the overbearing blood shadow to catch them off guard. But now I can kill two immortal emperors with just two saber lights. Lin Fei sighed and shook his head gently. Let's go. This brat's strength is too strong. After recovering their bodies, the two immortal emperors realized that they had kicked an iron plate. They couldn't deal with him at all. Whoosh! The two instantly left the mountain and river diagram and headed in one direction. Bang! The mountain and river diagram suddenly exploded. Two saber lights flew out and slashed at the two immortal emperors. Their bodies exploded again, and their primordial spirits were also crushed into pieces. Since I killed them, I should at least take their things. I can't just give them to others. Lin Fei took away the storage ring. There weren't many real spirits in it. At the same time, he also obtained an imperial divine skill. No wonder they could chase me all the way. It turned out to be this imperial divine skill. He understood at a glance. Whoosh! Lin Fei came to the sky above the sect where Immortal Emperor Duanmu was. He scanned the sect with his divine sense. The strength of this sect was extraordinary. There were more than 100 Heaven Stage Immortal Kings and more than 10 Heaven Stage Immortal Kings in the Perfection Realm. Boom! The huge palm of divine power slapped down on them. This power was enough to sweep away everything. In an instant, most of them were killed. The whole sect was in chaos. Lin Fei barged into the sect's treasure vault and swept everything clean. After sweeping the treasure vault where Immortal Emperor Duanmu was, Lin Fei went to the sect of Immortal Emperor Shui City and also plundered the treasures in the treasure vault. Two immortal emperors were no match for him, let alone the people below. Awesome. Chapter 1109. The Wuji world was a great world. To be able to be next to the divine dragon world, the Wuji world was not an ordinary world. Lin Fei had killed two immortal emperors and experts from two sections. This was not a small matter. Immortal Emperor Duanmu and Immortal Emperor Xue Qing both had powerful backgrounds. Qiankuan's sect, the backing of both of them, a sect could manage a huge area. In fact, apart from its own strength, it also needed a powerful backing. Qiankuan's sect was such an existence. After Lin, Fei killed those people and snatched their treasures, some of the fleeing experts arrived at the Qiankuan gate. Elder Zhao, you must avenge the old ancestor. The old ancestor died so tragically. A few immortal kings were crying. In a courtyard, a black-robed, middle-aged man stood in front of a quiet lake. This black-robed, middle-aged man was an elder of Qiankuan's sect. His name was Immortal Emperor Rin Tian. His combat power was not something Duanmu and Xue Qing could compare to. Immortal Emperor Rin Tian was actually in charge of a region. Otherwise, there would be more than 20 to 30 elders like him in the Qiankuan sect who were in charge of the offerings. It could be said that Immortal Emperor Rin Tian was their backer. Immortal Emperor Rin Tian represented Qiankuan's sect. Qiankuan sect collected their tributes and naturally had to protect them. This was the reason why Xue Qing and Duanmu dared to make a move. After all, Qiankuan sect was an alliance force in the Wuji world. It was one of the major forces. Generally, as long as the background was not too big, they were confident that their backer would be taken care of by them. Have you figured it out? Was it the Heaven Alliance who did it? Immortal Emperor Ren Tian turned his head. His eyes were filled with coldness. He was in a rage. The few immortal kings did not dare to look at him. Their foreheads were full of cold sweat. It seems so. That black-robed young man killed the elders as soon as he came up. He used divine power. These heaven-ranked immortal kings could still remember that back then, when that black-robed young man first appeared, he was like a heavenly divinity descending from the heavens. The moment he acted, the heavens and earth trembled, causing the sky to change color as he domineeringly swept through all the heaven-ranked immortal kings. That terrifying scene was something they would never forget even now. Trash! Ren Tian, Immortal Sovereign, snorted coldly. You can't even differentiate who you are. So what's the use of keeping you? Boom, boom, boom. Elder, please let us go. The heaven-ranked immortal kings exploded one after another, leaving behind only a single heaven-ranked immortal king. His face was pale as blood stained his body. He was so frightened that he collapsed to the ground, unable to speak. A heaven-ranked immortal king would naturally be respected by others in the outside world. After all, he was an expert. But in front of the Qiankuan sect, this was nothing. It was normal to be killed for doing something wrong. Moreover, the Heaven Immortal Sovereign was enraged right now. They could only blame their bad luck. Rin Tian, Immortal Sovereign, was also furious. An elder in charge of management would have a great impact on the sects under him. Losing 2 sects for no reason was equivalent to losing 2 sets of offerings and a portion of their strength. They even lost 2 immortal emperors. This was a slap to the face. They're from the World Alliance. Rin Tian, Immortal Sovereign, had a malevolent expression. The people from the World Alliance are too much. They dared to violate the agreement in front of everyone and killed my subordinates. Do they really think that our Qiankuan sect is easy to bully? The World Alliance had always been their archenemy. Once they made a move, their godly strength would shock the heavens and crush their opponents with godly strength. Other than the World Alliance, no one else could do this. Rin Tian, Immortal Sovereign, immediately suspected the experts from the World Alliance. Normally, the people from the World Alliance would always act behind the scenes. But this time they went too far. They directly destroyed 2 sects and killed most of the higher-ups. This was equivalent to the destruction of 2 sections. The impact was huge. Rin Tian, Immortal Sovereign, had to vent his anger no matter what. Men. The limitless world was huge. Lin Fei didn't dare to recklessly use an emperor-ranked sacred art. Normally, emperor-ranked sacred arts were incomparably precious. He was only an immortal king. If he used an emperor-ranked sacred art to travel, it would inevitably attract some trouble. although he didn't use an emperor-ranked sacred art to travel. Lin Fei's speed was still very fast. These two sects really hid a lot of good stuff. Logically speaking, these good stuff shouldn't be lying around. They should have been refined into various treasures. Along the way, Lin Fei checked the treasures that he plundered. Previously, he didn't have time to look at them in detail. He just kept them all. He would have time to look at them now. With a sweep of his divine sense, he found a problem. Many of the materials were stored neatly according to their categories. Qian. His divine sense scanned the treasures up and down and found a problem again. Qian. Character appeared in Lin Fei's vision. A bad thought appeared in Lin Fei's mind. Could it be this was an item with an owner? Lin Fei went to check the treasures of another sect and found another Qian character. He didn't know whether to laugh or cry. It seemed that he had unknowingly offended someone again. A chill instantly came out from the void. Brat from the World Alliance, you want to leave after killing people from my Qinkuan sect? A domineering sword essence swept in all directions. The sword pierced toward Lin Fei's eyes. It was a clean kill. At the critical moment, two saber essences shot out from Lin Fei's eyes and collided with the sword. The saber essences were more domineering than the sword essences. Like a saber god, it destroyed everything and minced the sword essences into pieces. Swish! Lin Fei used his palm as a saber and slashed at one of the places. With a muffled groan, a corpse fell. Since he had attacked, Lin Fei wouldn't be lenient. Whoosh! Suddenly, a group of more than 300 people appeared in the sky. All of them were dressed in black and had no expression on their faces. Who is your master? Tell me your name, and I'll let you die in one piece. In front of the 300 black-robed men, a middle-aged, black-robed man appeared. His sharp gaze swept over. His eyes, one black and one white, opened up a huge illusory world. Immortal Emperor Duanmu and Immortal Emperor Xuecheng, who were killed earlier, appeared once again. It's you who killed us. Brat, you're dead meat. Two immortal emperors with endless resentment flew across the sky. A saber essence flew out from Lin Fei's eyes. His spirit, qi and spirit were unwavering. The saber essence shattered the two immortal emperors and turned them into nothingness. This kind of illusory world is useless to me. The huge illusory world was shattered. This brat's saber essence is very domineering. It's more than 10 points. Not many people in the Qinkuan sect have such a powerful saber essence. Is he a new disciple of the World Alliance? If so, he has great potential. Immortal Emperor Rin Tian thought. Go, bring him back. Chapter 1110. A great battle instantly broke out. An elder of the Qinkuan sect led a group of subordinates and directly attacked. Especially after Rin Tian Immortal Emperor saw how extraordinary the other party was, he immediately classified the other party as a young elite. To be able to kill two immortal emperors in this realm, the other party's future must be limitless. If things went well, the other party might become a powerful figure like him in the future. The white bone giant was summoned, its power sweeping across the Wuji world. A great divine ability blasted down, almost penetrating the Wuji world. Do you think it's so easy to bring him along just because you want to? Lin Fei wasn't someone who would give up without a fight. Moreover, the other party was so domineering. He raised his hand and drew out a saber light that crossed hundreds of thousands of miles and slashed at the white bone giant. The first white bone giant that rushed up was crushed into pieces. What a powerful kid! His saber intent can shake the white bone giant. Seeing this scene, Ren Tian Immortal Emperor frowned. He really couldn't figure out which immortal emperor the other party was under. After shaking the white bone giant with one saber strike, Lin Fei immediately knew that the white bone giant's strength wasn't as terrifying as imagined. Its combat strength was at most infinitely close to the dragon monarch level. Lin Fei understood that the dragon monarch level powerhouses had a physical strength of more than 50 billion dragons. and even cultivated to the divine palace throne. The white bone giant was far from that. Saber intent after saber intent swept through the heavenly river and slammed onto the white bone giants. The tyrannical saber intent killed all the white bone giants. It was unbelievably ferocious. The 300 black-robed men used all their strength to control the white bone giant. Their foreheads were dripping with sweat, and their faces turned pale. They couldn't take it anymore. All the black-robed men were shocked. An immortal king was suppressing their powerful formation. Break! The saber intent turned into a dragon, mixed with unimaginable light, and instantly blasted into the white bone giant's forehead. Puffed, puffed. The saber light was mysterious and illusory. The 300 black-robed men coughed up blood. The immortal armor on their bodies shattered, and so did their bodies. Even their primordial spirits couldn't escape. One strike killed 300 immortal kings. They're all dead. Ren Tian, Immortal Emperor's face was unsightly. This result was beyond imagination. A wave of saber intent surged over. Ren Tian, Immortal Emperor, wasn't a newly advanced immortal emperor. He slapped out a palm at the river of saber intent. Brat from the World Alliance, you do have some ability. You dare to kill people from my Qinkuan sect. The Ren Tian Immortal Sovereign broke apart the attack with a single palm strike, displaying his extraordinary strength. After that, at the instant when the saber light broke apart, a surge of emperor might gushed forth as an emperor-ranked innate technique blasted out. Spirit destruction. With a single strike, Ren Tian Immortal Sovereign's killing intent was aroused. The kid from the Heaven Alliance couldn't be allowed to stay. In the future, he might become a powerful enemy of the Qinkuan sect. Kill it first. This was an emperor-grade art, capable of erasing the soul. After being erased, the target would immediately turn into a mindless walking corpse. This was the strongest emperor-grade art of Ren Tian Immortal Sovereign. Crack, 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 crack. Lin Fei was enveloped by the power. A giant was projected from the depths of his heart, tearing apart his heart and mind. The flaws in his heart grew bigger and bigger. Brat, no matter how talented you are, you will still die in my hands today. With the emperor-grade art in front of him, Ren Tian Immortal Sovereign punched out, causing the mountains and rivers to tremble. He wanted to make things worse and kill Lin Fei with a single punch. Humph, humph. No matter which powerful existence this brat is the disciple of the Heaven Alliance, I will definitely kill him today. Blood City and Duanmu have been offering quite a lot to me. If I kill this brat, I might even be praised by the higher-ups. Ren Tian Immortal Sovereign thought complacently. This attack from the front and back was incomparably domineering. It was a true killing move. If the flaw in one's heart was too big, it would be easy to expose a flaw in one's defense. Ren Tian Immortal Sovereign was thinking of this. He seized the opportunity to kill his opponent. Fate Cage. So close, yet worlds apart. Two emperor-grade innate techniques were unleashed at the same time. The terrifying emperor might suppress the aura of the opponent's innate technique. Like two ferocious dragons, they soared out and looked down on the world. The untraceable fate energy sealed Ren Tian Immortal Sovereign's body, sealing his strength in one go. Die for this daddy. So near, yet worlds apart, was activated. Lin Fei arrived before Ren Tian Immortal Sovereign. 6 arms grew out from his body, and his godly might was shocking. Rumble, the 6 arms were like Mount Tai, destroying all existences. Ren Tian Immortal Sovereign was crushed by the godly might, and his body was collapsing. His opponent's power was like a flood that broke the dam. The immortal force in his body couldn't withstand it at all. He could only watch helplessly as he was drowned in the godly might. 300 powerful immortal kings came at once. Lin Fei wouldn't be lenient. He would kill them first. Qiankuan sect, Ren Tian Immortal Sovereign. Once the opponent died, Lin Fei took the storage ring and saw the proof of his identity. Although he knew that he had accidentally offended a major power, Lin Fei wasn't afraid in the slightest. Unless a peak expert like the immortal emperor acted, he wouldn't care. This brother has great means to kill Ren Tian, immortal sovereign. I believe that in a few days, your name will spread throughout the limitless world. Right at this moment, a golden war chariot appeared in the sky far away. It gave off boundless celestial might, and it was actually a middle-grade celestial artifact. It was like a blazing sun that shone down on the land. Lin Fei was on his guard. He couldn't sense how the other party appeared. What was the background of the person who was driving the golden war chariot? In the sky, the golden war chariot was like a blazing sun. A green-robed young man stood there, and he had an imposing appearance. He held a divine trident spear in his hand, which was another impressive celestial artifact. Behind him stood 10 black-armored warriors who were brimming with killing intent. Lin Fei cupped his hands together. I am Lin Fei. May I know what advice this brother has for me? I was lucky to be able to kill him. It's nothing much. I am Golden Radiance, Immortal Emperor. I am from the Heaven Alliance, 12 Palaces, Roland's Golden Palace. The green-robed young man said calmly, You killed Ren Tian, Immortal Sovereign. I wonder which palace are you from? Let's get to know each other. Heaven Alliance? Roland's Golden Palace? Lin Fei had never heard of this before. When he thought about it, he understood why the other party came looking for him. It seemed like he had gotten the wrong idea. You are mistaken. I am not from the Heaven Alliance. I am just passing by, Lin Fei said. Not from the Heaven Alliance. How is that possible? The green-robed young man was obviously surprised. He thought that the other party was from one of the palaces, but who knew that he wasn't? He changed the topic. With brother strength, you should be able to kill a celestial emperor like Rin Tian not long after you entered the celestial king realm. I wonder if you are interested in joining the 12 palaces of the Heaven Alliance. I believe you will be able to get a good position. So he could recruit him directly? Lin Fei was slightly stunned. He knew that the Heaven Alliance should be very strong. Don't reject me. You can take your time to consider. The doors of our Roland's Golden Palace will always be open to Brother Lin. Golden Radiance, Immortal Emperor, took out a token. I have something to do, so I will leave first. In the future, when you come to Limitless World or even other great worlds, as long as you see Roland's Golden Palace, you can come and find me with this token. You can even enjoy the help of Roland's Golden Palace. Chapter 11:11. This Golden Radiance person is very powerful. Even though the two of them did not fight, Lin Fei could sense a powerful force from the other party. The Rin Tian Immortal Emperor that he killed was very powerful, but compared to this young man, there was a huge gap. The World Alliance's influence doesn't seem to be limited to the Wuji world. I should go and take a look when I have the time next time. Lin Fei thought to himself as he turned into a stream of light and left. The other party did not have any killing intent towards him and instead wanted to recruit him. Lin Fei naturally wouldn't do anything and decided to leave the Wuji world first. If he didn't leave now, the people from Qinkuan sect would really come. The golden chariot flew past like a stream of light. The young man stood still, and his clothes fluttered in the wind like an unmoving god of war. Young master, was that person very powerful? The golden radiance on the chariot smiled. Very, very powerful. Rin Tian Immortal Emperor was beaten to death by random punches. He didn't even have time to regenerate his flesh and blood before he was killed by the other party's tyrannical strength. So powerful. There aren't many in the entire 12 palaces that can catch my eye. That person is one of them. Whether it's recruiting or showing good intentions, it won't be a big loss to me. The Golden Radiance Immortal Emperor actually didn't say anything. Young master, if you say that that kid has a boundless future, I believe that his name will definitely appear in the myriad of worlds in the near future. The people behind him added. The Golden Radiance laughed. Ha ha ha, that's for sure. Rin Tian, Immortal Emperor, was killed, and our Wuji world is going to have a holy wave. Let's go back and make preparations first. The golden chariot shone brightly like the blazing sun. Apart from encountering the people from Qinkuan sect in the Wuji world, he didn't encounter any danger. Some of the so-called world bandits were not a match for Lin Fei, and Lin Fei killed them without giving them any time to react, allowing him to collect a significant number of their true spirits. Lin Fei didn't care about those true spirits that he collected. He traveled day and night, and the great metropolis world was in sight. I'm finally back. Looking at the great metropolis world, Lin Fei smiled. When he returned from this trip, he would no longer be an insignificant existence. He believed that the entire great metropolis heaven would be shocked. There was a lot of anger waiting for Lin Fei to vent. For example, the Nether Palace. This was a huge sect that had been targeting him ever since he came up from the lower realm. Lin Fei would make them regret it. Back then, when they had ascended, they had ambushed him. Then, they had been targeting him nonstop. There had to be an explanation for this. Boom, 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 beyond the stars on the world bridge. A massive hand stretched out from the starry sky, covering the world bridge as it reached out toward Lin Fei. Sinister laughter rang out. You still came back. I've been waiting for you for a long time. A huge face appeared on the palm. The one who attacked was demon god Tata, one of the generals of the Sky Demon Emperor. Back then, when he had been chasing after Lin Fei, he had ended up encountering a Buddha from the Western world. He had been chased for quite a long time, and after he had finally managed to shake off the Buddha, he had been repeatedly chased by the Western world's roving bandits. Speaking of which, he had been filled with grievances. When he had wanted to chase after Lin Fei, he had completely disappeared. Demon god Tata was smart. No matter where Lin Fei went, he would come back, waiting for him. Lin Fei didn't know whether to laugh or cry. This demon god Tata was really willing to wait for him. Hua, a saber light shot out from his eyes. The saber light was like a great river, vast and mighty. It collided with the sky-covering hand. The sinister smile on his face stiffened as it was split into two by the saber light river. Impossible! How can your strength increase so quickly? A roar came from the depths of the starry sky. Xiao Xiaob, another saber light shot into the depths of the starry sky. A huge figure fell out of the starry sky. Only the upper half of the body was left. The lower half of the body was smashed into pieces. The powerful saber intent continued to shatter and regenerate. Demon god Tata's combat strength dropped drastically. Hua, hua, hua! Lin Fei rushed up. His two arms stretched out and covered the sky. With a casual grab, demon god Tata landed in his huge hand and was easily suppressed. Don't kill me! Don't kill me! Demon god Tata originally wanted to wait and capture Lin Fei so that he could obtain great merits. Who knew that he would become a prisoner in the blink of an eye? Even with his strength, he lost so badly. He knew that if he didn't beg for mercy, he would definitely die. Lin Fei was much stronger than him. So you are also a spineless coward, Lin Fei said. He stopped suppressing demon god Tata. Demon god Tata was extremely sullen. But now wasn't the time to talk about this. How to survive was the most important thing. Immortal friend Lin, I really didn't mean to make things difficult for you. This is all the Grand Emperor's orders. I am just following his orders. As long as you don't kill me, I am willing to be your follower. Humph, follower? His two arms exerted strength, causing demon god Tata to spit out blood. I don't want to be a follower. I want to be a servant. I want to be a servant. Having lived to this point, demon god Tata didn't want to die. Being a servant was better than dying. Swear to open your sea of consciousness. Lin Fei felt that it was a pity to kill a demon god. At least he could use him as cannon fodder. Currently, he didn't have many experts by his side. At most, he had Blood Shadow and Sky Dragon. He didn't have any immortal kings that surpassed the great Circle Heaven realm. Demon God Tata was the strongest one. Lin Fei was like an immovable mountain to Demon God Tata. He wasn't someone he could fight against. After opening his sea of consciousness, Lin Fei left behind a starry sky imprint. It was far from an ordinary imprint. By the time Demon God Tata reacted, it was already too late. This imprint wasn't something he could break. Power of faith continuously emerged from his sea of consciousness and covered his entire body. All right, Demon God Tata, I know you are going to play some tricks. I have already placed a seal on you. With just a thought, I can kill you. A terrifying power instantly erupted from Demon God Tata's body. The aura of death enveloped his entire body. Demon God Tata's huge body trembled nonstop. He repeatedly begged Lin Fei for mercy. He didn't dare to have any other thoughts. Originally, he was resisting Lin Fei, but as he received the power of faith, he gradually changed. This insect queen has been wandering the universe for a long time, and the secret magics it has acquired are truly frightening. After setting up the restrictive spell, I can clearly feel the faith power affecting Devil God Tata, making him worship me. Given enough time, I'll become his true master. Even without the restrictive spell, Devil God Tata wouldn't dare to violate me. Lin Fei was secretly shocked. This is also good. I've subdued a powerful helper. However, such an expert is still too few. Lin Fei wasn't satisfied after realizing the benefits of the seal. Although his strength had improved by leaps and bounds in the great metropolis heaven, his words still didn't have much authority. The more experts like Demon God Tata, the better. This way, his words would have more authority. Demon God Tata, how many people do you have? Under the influence of the power of faith, a tall figure gradually appeared in Demon God Tata's heart. It was slowly taking shape, and it looked exactly like Lin Fei. Replying to Master, I have a small squad under my command. They are all at the great perfection of the heaven rank. They all listen to my orders. I can immediately summon them. Demon God Tata looked at Lin Fei with worship in his eyes. How many demon gods like you are the subordinates of the Sky Demon Emperor? Can you trick them out? Lin Fei's appetite grew. In the great metropolis heaven, one was the Netherworld Palace, and the other was the Sky Demon Emperor. Back then, the Sky Demon Emperor attacked from a distance and almost took his life. At the crucial moment, it was the Heavenly Saint Emperor who intervened. From then on, the Sky Demon Emperor made a move against him. Lin Fei still had to vent his anger. How to do it was still a problem. Of course, Lin Fei didn't expect to kill his way to the Sky Demon Emperor alone. After witnessing the power of the 10,000 layers of restrictions, he would definitely not be able to return. He believed that he would become a joke the next day. If he couldn't kill his way to the Sky Demon Emperor, how could he slap the Sky Demon Emperor? This was something worth thinking about. The opportunity was here. The Sky Demon Emperor, that old thing, seems to have about 100 demon gods like me. They are the vanguard of that old thing, and many of them are stronger than me. It will be troublesome to trick them out. More than 100? Lin Fei's eyes lit up. This power was definitely a terrifying one. If he could control them, he would gain a portion of power out of thin air. He believed that the Sky Demon Emperor would definitely be embarrassed. Do you know why that old heavenly demon refused to let me go? Lin Fei had been struggling with this question for a long time, but he had no clue. I heard that Master has divinity, and divinity is one of the keys to becoming a god. Divinity? This was the first time Lin Fei heard of this. What was originally unclear converged into a single line. Finally, everything became clear. I have refined divinity in my body. No wonder that old thing won't let me go. He attacked me time and time again. His goal is the divinity in my body. Another question popped up. Divinity is needed to become a god? God? Could it be in existence even stronger than an immortal emperor? Lin Fei shook his head. This question was too far away. It wasn't something he could think about at the moment. After a long time, Lin Fei thought of a way to lure those old things out. Tada! Trick those demon gods that are on good terms with you to come out. As for the reason, it's simple. Tell them that you found the whereabouts of a god and the preserved divinity, using divinity as an excuse. Lin Fei came up with this idea. He believed that with this, those demon gods wouldn't come out. As long as they came out, Lin Fei was confident that he could capture them and throw them into a restriction to make them his servants. At that time, he would give the Sky Demon Emperor a tight slap in the face. He would definitely be able to deal with a sharp knife from the Netherworld Palace. Lin Fei wanted to uproot the Netherworld Palace from the great metropolis world. Chapter 1112. Sky Demon Palace. It was a land filled with demonic aura. Large amounts of dense demonic aura transformed into demonic spirits and demonic creatures. These demonic spirits and demonic creatures were extremely powerful. They constantly devoured each other, and after a long period of time, they evolved. This land filled with demonic aura spanned hundreds of millions of miles, becoming a true land of death. Those who were slightly weaker would definitely die if they barged in from the outside. Their flesh and blood would be devoured cleanly, and their true spirits would be left behind in this land. This place had an awe-inspiring name, Land of Demonic Creatures. In the Land of Demonic Creatures, there were huge palaces erected. Large numbers of demonic creatures surrounded the palaces, and it was extremely cold. These palaces were inhabited by experts with great backgrounds. They were the vanguard generals of the Sky Demon Immortal Emperor. Each of them cultivated both immortal energy and physical body at the same time. They were extraordinarily powerful, and each of them was covered in blood. Tada, that guy has been out for so long. Don't tell me he went to harm mortals? A silver-armored demon god said while gulping down wine. In the myriad heavens, experts could be famous. Similarly, in every myriad heavens, there were many worlds with large numbers of mortals living in them. The number of mortals was extremely large. As the vanguard generals of the Sky Demon Palace, they loved to kill. As for mortals, that was their usual pastime. Isn't that obvious? He must have gone out to hunt mortals. The last time he went out to hunt a powerful enemy, Tada had swept through dozens of worlds. Finally, he lured out a powerful immortal emperor and had no choice but to leave. Another black-armored demon god said, "The Sky Demon Emperor has been in seclusion recently. He hasn't gone out on a mission in a long time. He drinks every day and is bored. Why don't we all go out and have some fun?" These demon gods were usually in charge of a region. This time, the Sky Demon Ancestor seclusion was said to be to refine a powerful immortal artifact. That was why they could sit together and drink without worrying about the Sky Demon Ancestor's punishment. If I had known, I would have gone after that kid Lin Fei. The silver-armored demon god said unhappily, "At least he can be carefree outside. He can even go to the sect to capture some geniuses." Ha 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 ha, that's right. Lewd laughter could be heard coming from the palace. Hua! A black flame suddenly appeared in the palace. It burned slowly and was extremely vigorous. Huh, isn't this communication glyph from Tada? Could it be that something happened? Impossible! Demon god Tada is not weak, not to mention we have the god's devil ancestor standing behind us, who would dare to make a move. Quick, open it. The demon gods present had a good relationship with each other. Demon god Tada was one of them. A force landed on the black fire. Demon god Tada stood on the black fire and shrunk countless times. "I'm Tada. I'm at a place right now, and I've found something good. Don't tell anyone and come here quickly. I guarantee that you won't come in vain. You might even become a demon emperor in the future." Demon god Tada was standing in a small world. Behind him, there was a resplendent light that was eye-catching and eye-catching. This is... The god fiend, who did not think much of it at first. now looked at the resplendent light. Could this be the legendary divinity? They all knew that in order to become a god, one had to possess divinity. But divinity wasn't something they could pry into. Just now they saw divinity. It must be divinity. That guy Tada! How could he find divinity? Impossible. The group of demon gods was shocked, but at the same time they were extremely suspicious. After guessing for a long time, they all had the idea to go there no matter what. They could not miss this opportunity. Just as they had said, perhaps they could become a demon emperor in the future. For example, a sky demon emperor. These demon gods had always been arrogant and domineering. When they went out together, no one dared to say anything. After all, they were the vanguard of the vanguard. It was normal for them to kill at the slightest disagreement. The demon gods left quickly. According to demon god Tada, they found a small world, and it was a world that was on the verge of collapse. This kind of world could be found everywhere in the universe, and they were innumerable. Most of them were destroyed by force, and once a powerful force was involved, the small world would be on the verge of collapse. Tada, there you are! Once they entered the small world, they scanned it with their divine senses and found Tada's location. The group flew over. These demon gods retracted their true bodies. With their true body's height, their tyrannical strength could directly destroy the small world. They were very careful along the way. At the end of the small world, they saw demon god Tada. She was standing on a mountain range. Multicolored light dyed the small world red. They were envious. The multicolored light was very gentle. Bathing in it, they felt like they had returned to their mother's embrace. They closed their eyes in satisfaction. Ha ha ha! I finally saw the legendary divinity. So this is what divinity looks like. At this time, they began to envy demon god Tada. They were not too far away, but they did not know that they had almost missed out on such a great benefit. As long as they bathed in divinity, they would reap great rewards after a long time. Suddenly, something happened. The resplendent light disappeared. The group of demon gods immediately felt uncomfortable. Fate cage. Fate divine light slash. The unique power of fate swept over like an untouchable river. The demon gods could not use their power and could only use their physical strength to block it. Boom, 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 the terrifying power crushed over them, and their bodies were cut into two. We were tricked, it's a trap. After receiving this attack, they were heavily injured and their combat strength fell. Attack! Large amounts of flames rose in the air. The heaven and earth furnace flew out, and they happened to be in it. The powerful divine fire sealed the void, turning it into a forbidden land. Lin Fei charged out, and his 6 arms turned into flowing light, smashing towards the nearest demon god. The violent power crushed down, causing the demon god to vomit blood. At this time, they realized that they had been betrayed by demon god Tada. Demon god Tada also attacked, waving a set of mid-grade immortal artifacts. Saber light swept over like a millstone. The physical bodies that they were so proud of could not block the saber light attack. This set of immortal artifacts came from Lin Fei's blood shadow tyrant saber. Lin Fei had been lying in ambush nearby and had caught them off guard. He had used 2 great emperor-level mystical abilities at the same time. One was a sealing power, while the other was an attack aimed at their physical bodies, severely injuring them. The ferocious fighting style stunned the fiend celestial. As the saying goes, one wrong step leads to many wrong steps. These powerful demon gods were examples of this. The first demon god was quickly suppressed by Lin Fei, and he successfully subdued it into a universe restriction. When attacking, demon god Tada revealed all the moves and divine abilities of these demon gods. Lin Fei suppressed them with one move. Moreover, they were injured and their combat strength was reduced. They were not his match at all. Demon god Tully. The demon gods were shocked. In the blink of an eye, they had lost a demon god. They could not imagine that someone as powerful as them would take care of them. Lin Fei! He is Lin Fei! How is this possible? Only when that figure appeared again did they see clearly that this person was Lin Fei, who caused a stir in the great metropolis world. That little fellow in their eyes was like an ant. But now the little fellow in their eyes heavily injured them with one move. Especially after using the arch-divine abilities, their injuries could not be healed in a short time. You have a good memory. I am Lin Fei. Lin Fei's 6 arms spread out, and he punched them viciously. The shock caused their blood and qi to churn, and cracks appeared on their bodies. This was something they had never experienced before. One day, their bodies would not be able to withstand Lin Fei's attacks. Their attacks landed on Lin Fei, but they were all disintegrated. They could not hurt him at all. It was simply too unbelievable. Lin Fei subdued 1 demon god, which meant that he had 1 less opponent. In addition, the demon gods that he had subdued came to help. After the shock, the demon gods attacked with all their might. Their immortal powers intersected, but they were at a disadvantage until they were subdued one by one. After subduing all of them, Lin Fei heaved a long sigh of relief. It was easy for Lin Fei to kill them, but it was not so easy to subdue them. It took a lot of time. 8 demon gods. Almost all of them have the strength of an immortal emperor. I have another expert by my side. This feels great. Lin Fei squinted his eyes. This was just the beginning. After resting for a few days, he left a complete tribute in their sea of consciousness. Then he started for the second time. Everything was difficult at the beginning. The first time he subdued 8 demon gods. Lin Fei was under a lot of pressure. The second time was the same as before. While they were relaxed, he killed them with an emperor-grade mystic art. Including demon god Tada, 9 demon gods attacked together. A few of them attacked 1, but Lin Fei easily subdued them. At the start, he rested for 3 days before attacking them once. As the number of demon gods increased, he started to attack every day. Sometimes he would attract 1 or 2 demon gods, and sometimes there would be 3 or 4. Subduing these demon gods was as easy as blowing off dust. Half a month later, there were 61 demon gods by Lin Fei's side. This was a strong force that could sweep through many sects in the great metropolis world. It should be about time. Lin Fei looked at the demon gods behind him. This was his harvest in half a month. As the number of demon gods decreased, it became more difficult to tempt them. With 61 demon gods in hand, Lin Fei was satisfied. As for the rest, he would keep them for now. When the time was right, he would take them all. Lin Fei believed that after subduing 61 demon gods, that old thing Heavenly Demon would definitely look good. In half a month, these demon gods had recovered from their injuries and recovered their combat strength. This was equivalent to having a strong force. Even if the people of the Netherworld Palace saw them, they would have to consider if they dared to attack. This was a serious problem. Chapter 11:13. Nether Palace, one of the top 10 factions in the great metropolis world. Even though it wasn't very famous in the myriad worlds, it was one of the few big factions in the great metropolis world. Nether Palace had always been overbearing. Plus, they were a powerful sect. No one dared to offend this ancient existence. After all, they had an unimaginable foundation. But recently, the Nether Palace's reputation had been tarnished. The reason was simple. It was because of one person. This person was called Lin Fei. His name was very ordinary. For some reason, the news of Nether Palace hunting down Lin Fei, a junior, was spread. Soon, everyone in the great metropolis world knew about it. Everyone in the Nether Palace was furious, but they couldn't find the person who spread the news. The great metropolis, heaven, was too big. If they waited for the news to spread, everyone would be suspicious. The Nether Palace couldn't just kill them all. Things got more and more intense. At first, everyone was suspicious. But later on, many people went to investigate and found some clues. Especially the matter of Purgatory sect. It couldn't be more obvious. Even though Nether Palace was a big sect, many people still looked down on them. After all, a big sect going against a junior was really damaging to their image. Especially if they couldn't kill the opponent, they would become a joke. Back then, it was fine if they killed him. After all, such things happened often. But now, the situation was different. Not only did the person who hunted them not die, but he became a genius. Nether Palace wasn't without enemies. Plus, because of their propaganda, Nether Palace didn't look good. They hated Lin Fei to the core. People from the divine dragon world, why are they here? The upper echelons of Nether Palace were gathered together. Many powerful elders lived in seclusion. There were even rumors in the outside world that they had died. Who would have thought that these ancient existences were still alive and well? Every one of them had strong blood energy. They weren't affected. Today they heard a shocking news. People from the divine dragon world had come. The upper echelons of Nether Palace were shocked. They didn't know what people from the divine dragon world did. Did Nether Palace offend people from the divine dragon world? Nether Palace was one of the top 10 factions in the great metropolis world. Adding on the time of its inheritance, no one in the nearby worlds dared to say anything. It had a certain amount of influence. The divine dragon world was different. The Nether Palace couldn't contend with any of the powerful existences there. The great metropolis, celestial realm, was just a world. It was insignificant among the many worlds. The divine dragon world was extremely powerful. It would be easy for them to destroy the great metropolis, celestial realm. More importantly, the experts of the divine dragon world were all lunatics. They were not to be trifled with. Even though the Nether Palace was powerful, they were still wary of the people of the divine dragon world. We have to go and welcome them. Also, we have to seal the news completely. We can't let outsiders know. Among the higher-ups, a gray-robed person sitting at the head seat opened his eyes, filled with majesty. He was the first elder of the higher-ups, Yuminghan. Once the great elder made a decision, there was almost no objection from the people below. Moreover, they could not afford to offend the people of the divine dragon world. Even the Nether Palace's patriarch had to be courteous to the people of the divine dragon world. The Nether Palace was well prepared. With all news locked down, outsiders would not know that the people of the divine dragon world had come. The square of the Nether Palace was completely sealed off. At the same time, a teleportation formation was set up. A group of higher-ups and elders came to welcome them personally. To them, if they could form a connection with the major factions of the divine dragon world, it would be a decisive factor in their right to speak in the great metropolis celestial realm. It would not be difficult for them to become the #1 sect. It was also possible for them to unify the great metropolis celestial realm in the future. They're here. They're here. The teleportation formation shone brightly. A few figures came out of it. Roar, roar, roar. The first to come out was an old man. He looked old and clumsy. The dragon, might behind him, roared and shook the earth. The higher-ups and elders nearby paled instantly. They could not withstand the sound of the dragon might. Everyone in the Nether Palace changed their expressions. The old man's combat strength was overwhelming. Just the dragon might alone was enough to shock them. I am from the divine dragon world. I am Jiao Lai from the Hidden Dragon Clan. The old man walked down with great strides. The Hidden Dragon Clan? The great elder of the Nether Palace. Yumingan's face darkened again. This news was too shocking. Others might not know about the Hidden Dragon Clan, but Yuminghan was very clear about it. In the divine dragon world, the strongest faction was the divine dragon palace. No matter how strong they were, they could not truly unify the divine dragon world. There was another faction that was in a stalemate with them. This faction was called the Hidden Dragon Clan. The Hidden Dragon Clan was the earliest faction in the divine dragon world. They lived in seclusion, and no one dared to question their strength. Even the current divine dragon palace could not take down the Hidden Dragon Clan. It was a stalemate. Yu Minghan had heard about this at a gathering. Yu Minghan invited them to a quiet palace. He did not dare to be negligent. At the same time, he ordered that what happened today must not be leaked. The Nether Palace could not compare to a faction like the Hidden Dragon Clan. The Great Elder had to take this old man, Jiao Lai, seriously. Even though he was not as strong as him, the Hidden Dragon Clan was enough to make the Nether Palace lower their heads. After looking at the token and the aura left on it, Yu Minghan did not dare to have any doubts. He returned the token respectfully. At the same time, he was puzzled. Why would we go to the Nether Palace for a faction like the Hidden Dragon Clan? Nether Palace, haven't you always wanted to develop outside? As long as you accomplish this, with a word from the Hidden Dragon Clan, I guarantee that you will enjoy endless benefits. A young man in black behind Jiao Lai snorted. Many of the people present were the higher-ups and elders of the Nether Palace. How could the younger generation speak in such a situation? If it was any other time, they would have been furious and would not be able to stand here. But at this moment, even though they were unhappy, they did not dare to show it. If they had any ideas, the Nether Palace might face a calamity. They had to be on guard against such things. Jiao Lai did not stop them. He drank his tea leisurely. Then he said plainly, "We are here for a person. I believe you are familiar with him." Yu Minghan said, "I wonder who he is." Holy Heaven Academy's Lin Fei. The higher-ups and elders of the Nether Palace were restless. They did not know why they were looking for this person. Could it be their backer? Were they here to denounce them? They were not sure. Yu Minghan's back was drenched in cold sweat. Even though it was just one sentence, the pressure it brought was no less than an immortal emperor's attack. Lin Fei is from the Holy Heaven Academy. He is not in our Nether Palace. I'm afraid we can't help much. Yu Minghan carefully probed to find out the specific situation. Jiao Lai said plainly, "What we want you to do is very simple. As long as you kill Lin Fei, we can support your Nether Palace and make it the #1 sect in the Great Metropolis World." Great Metropolis World, #1 sect? Everyone was moved by this huge temptation. Great Metropolis World. Even though it was only a small world, they could not resist the temptation of being the #1 sect. Once they become the #1 sect, the Great Metropolis World would be under their control. At that time, the Nether Palace could even build an imperial court and swallow some of the nearby worlds. Is this true? Yu Minghan, the Great Elder, was moved. His heart, that had not moved for a long time, was moved again. If they killed Lin Fei, the Nether Palace would be supported and even become the #1 sect in the Great Metropolis World. No one could resist this temptation. Even the Nether Palace's old ancestor would agree. One Lin Fei was really nothing. They had always been worried. Once they shed all pretenses, killing the insignificant Lin Fei was more than enough. Even if the Holy Heaven Academy was unhappy, as long as they could get support from the Hidden Dragon faction, they would destroy the Holy Heaven Academy in the future. That's all I have to say. Let's see what you do. Jiao Lai stood up. We will give you 1 month. As long as you kill Lin Fei, the Hidden Dragon faction will support your Nether Palace. As for what you choose, it's up to you. Yu Minghan hurriedly stood up. In reality, he really wanted to ask why. Could it be that Lin Fei had gotten into some big trouble in the Divine Dragon world? Thinking about it, this did not seem possible. What kind of place was the Divine Dragon world? Even if it was him, he would not be able to get into trouble. Don't worry. Within 1 month, the Nether Palace will definitely kill Lin Fei. Without hesitation, Yu Minghan made his choice. He had to agree to this. If he missed this opportunity, there would be no more. If they killed Lin Fei, they would be supported. Even if they had to kill the Dean of the Holy Heaven Academy, they would not even blink. The benefits and rewards were simply unimaginable. I will wait for your good news. Don't disappoint me. The old man's voice came from afar. He had already disappeared. The Divine Dragon World's mystique is indeed mysterious. I can't feel how he left. Yu Minghan's expression changed again. With his strength, he could not see through the other party's movement technique. Great Elder, are we really going to kill Lin Fei? Will this be a joke? Among the upper echelon elders, some agreed to kill Lin Fei. Some remained neutral. There were suspicions in this matter. They had to carefully consider it to prevent any accidents from happening. There's no need to consider. Lin Fei has escaped from our hands many times. In the end, he helped that brat and made us a joke in the great metropolis world. This time, we will eliminate Lin Fei. Yu Minghan made up his mind. He was going to kill Lin Fei and pull the Hidden Dragon faction together. This was an opportunity that was hard to come by in 1,000 years. Once this opportunity was missed, no one knew when it would come again. Chapter 11:14. Master, why didn't I capture Lin Fei directly? Is it worth it to make a move on a small faction? Outside the great metropolis heaven, the young man in black said unhappily. This young man was the old man's disciple. They had come with him this time. If we capture him, we will be bullying the weak, the old man said indifferently. The old man said lightly, the great metropolis heaven, including all the worlds in the universe, can't be viewed with a normal eye. Why? Are there hidden masters in the great metropolis heaven? Even if there are, can they be compared to us, the Hidden Dragon sect? The Hidden Dragon sect was, in fact, a faction formed by the secluded factions. In the divine dragon world, Lin Fei had trampled on the secluded factions, swept away their young elites, and seized the benefits of the deity's lake. With the Dragon Emperor's warning, the secluded factions did not dare to make a move directly. They had to give him face. They did not make a move openly, but that was not necessarily the case in private. Lin Fei had learned an Emperor-class mystique in such a short time. The secluded factions were very curious and wanted to capture him to study. They were young elites, and it would take a long time for them to reach great success in their Emperor-class mystiques. Lin Fei used 2 Emperor-class mystiques, both of which were great success. At the same time, they were the mystiques of the Fate Emperor. They were shockingly powerful, and the secluded factions were reluctant to give them up. They had left someone to guard them, but Lin Fei had escaped. The secluded factions personally arranged for people to come to the great metropolis heaven to make arrangements against Lin Fei. The secluded factions could easily find out about the great metropolis heaven. The Nether Palace was the most suitable person to make a move. There was a deep conflict between the secluded factions, and it would save them a lot of trouble if they made a move. Master, I don't think the Nether Palace will be able to capture Lin Fei. No one knows how much he has improved in the deity's lake, the young man in black said. That's why we need the Nether Palace to make a move and understand Lin Fei. We don't need to waste a single soldier. The old man smiled. In a place with rippling demonic energy, a large number of demonic creatures and demonic spirits swam up and down. Under the hostility, there was a murderous aura. Master, in front of us is the demonic land. Demon god Tata said carefully. A black-clothed man stood in the middle of the 10 demonic gods. He looked at the demonic creatures' land and saw a large number of demonic creatures and spirits wandering around aimlessly. As soon as Lin Fei looked over, the demonic spirits and demonic creatures seemed to sense something and followed his gaze. What sharp demonic creatures! They can sense me with just a casual glance. No one would have thought that Lin Fei would be able to reach the Sky Devil Great Emperor's lair with the help of demonic God Tata and the others. Apart from the demonic creatures, there were also spell formations set up in the land of demonic creatures. Immortal energy flowed through the spell formations, and terrifying power was hidden beneath them. With the power of the formation, he was able to suppress his opponent. Good place, really good place. If it was any other time, Lin Fei wouldn't have come back. It was simply too risky. After hearing that the Sky Devil Great Emperor was forging a powerful treasure, Lin Fei had an idea. According to what demonic God Tata said, the Sky Devil Great Emperor was forging a treasure and was at a crucial moment. No matter what happened, he wouldn't come out of seclusion. Lin Fei understood the strength of the Sky Devil, Great Emperor's subordinates. Demonic god Tada also said, "There are many experts imprisoned in the lair. Some of them aren't any weaker than them." Because of this sentence, Lin Fei hesitated for a long time. Finally, he decided to make a trip. "Master, follow me." These demonic creatures and demonic spirits had a heavy murderous aura. When demonic god Tada and the others arrived, they automatically opened up a path and didn't dare to surround them. As they went deeper, there were white bones everywhere. It was said that they were left behind by some experts, and the one who killed them was the Sky Devil Great Emperor. After entering the land of demonic creatures, palaces came into view. Among the palaces, the most eye-catching one was built on white bones. That was the residence of the Sky Devil Great Emperor. At the same time, it was the place where he went into seclusion to forge treasures. What a powerful aura! Lin Fei looked over. Above the palace, there was a strong wind blowing. That was just the aura of an immortal emperor. Lin Fei didn't doubt that anyone who barged into that region would be killed by the immortal emperor aura. The purpose of this trip was to cause chaos in the Sky Devil Great Emperor's lair. Then he would take the opportunity to plunder all sorts of treasures. He would treat it as compensation for the mental damage. Lin Fei had already thought it through. He would definitely make the Sky Devil Great Emperor bankrupt. Even if he didn't go bankrupt, he would sweep everything clean and make the Sky Devil Great Emperor cry. "Demonic god Tada, what are you doing here?" Along the way, demonic god Tada arrived in front of a cold palace. The experts that were captured were all imprisoned here. The Sky Devil Great Emperor gave this place a name, 18 levels of purgatory. Anyone who was captured here could forget about coming out once they entered the 18 levels of purgatory. "We are here to do something. Move aside." Demonic god Tada and the other demonic gods came up. The guards immediately let them in. At most, they were curious as to why so many demonic gods had come today. This was a rare sight. Although it was strange, they wouldn't suspect anything. "Sky Devil, you old thing, let me out." "Men, I'll tell you everything." After entering the first level of the 18 levels of purgatory, they were greeted with all sorts of resentment, angry roars, and howls. "Master, this is the first level. They are all ordinary people. As you go further, those are the true experts. Many of them were personally captured by the Sky Devil Great Emperor and suppressed in the 18 levels of purgatory." Demonic god Tada introduced as they walked. Clearly, he was very familiar with the situation here. The old thing personally captured them. Lin Fei's original intention was to subdue some experts, but after hearing this, he lost interest in the first few levels. Those at the back were the true experts, so he didn't want to waste time here. The first few levels were just like what was said. There weren't any powerful people. From the 8th level onwards, there were fewer people imprisoned. Arrays were used to seal the place. From here onwards, the strength of these people had already reached the heaven rank. It was unknown how many people had been tortured to death in the 18 levels of purgatory, causing the air above the 18 levels to be filled with resentment. Those whose mental state wasn't strong enough would have their fleshly bodies occupied by this resentment, turning them into walking corpses. The 9th and 10th levels of purgatory, these two levels were filled with heaven, rank perfection stage, immortal kings. "Master, this person is called Demonic God Black Mountain. Back then, he was one of the generals of another devil emperor. Later on, that devil emperor was killed, and he was captured by the Sky Devil Emperor." Lin Fei looked at the huge prison. There was a tall figure sitting there. Even after such a long time, the killing aura on his body couldn't be erased. This demonic god Black Mountain is stronger than demonic god Tada and the others. After taking a look, Lin Fei knew that this was a powerful general. Even the Sky Devil Emperor wanted to capture him, preparing to subdue him. Now, it was time for him to benefit. Demonic god Tata and the others came in and chased the protectors of the various levels out. Demonic god Tata, why are you here? You want me to submit to the Sky Devil Emperor? That's impossible. Who does he think he is? Back then, he wasn't even Master's match. The demonic god Black Mountain revealed a ferocious gaze. He rushed over. Clattering sounds could be heard as chains appeared and trapped him in a position, preventing him from rushing over. Lin Fei walked over from behind. Demonic god Black Mountain, as long as you open your sea of consciousness and let me set up a restriction, I'll bring you out. Lin Fei's eyes lit up. He had to subdue this demonic god. You are a human brat. Under the ferocious gaze, the demonic god Black Mountain immediately saw through him. He laughed. Ha ha ha. You are just a human brat. This demonic god can poke you to death with a finger. Lin Fei shook his head. You can't. The demonic god Black Mountain was furious. Even though he had been imprisoned for so long, his temper was still fiery. He couldn't take any provocation, especially from a human brat. If you have the guts, come in. This demonic god wants you to die without a burial. The demonic god Black Mountain roared. If you can poke me to death with a finger, I'll ask them to let you out. If not, you can be my servant. Do you dare to give it a try? Lin Fei said calmly, if you want this demonic god to be your servant, it's better if you die here. The demonic god Black Mountain laughed sinisterly. Come in, come in. This demonic god can't wait to poke you to death and leave this damned place. Not long after, the demonic god Black Mountain lowered his sinister head. Demonic god Black Mountain greets Master. The demonic god Black Mountain was very strong, but compared to Lin Fei, he was far inferior. Even if he was at his peak, he would still be around the same level. Lin Fei had subdued the first demonic god. With the demonic god Black Mountain leading the way, Lin Fei subdued all the experts on the 10th level. It wasn't as casual as when he subdued the demonic god Black Mountain. He directly brought people in, released a bunch of demonic gods, suppressed them, and subdued them. He didn't care if they agreed or not. He forcefully subdued them one by one. From the 11th level to the 12th level, the number of people imprisoned decreased, but Lin Fei didn't let them go. Just like that, he swept all the way to the 15th level. There's movement. When they entered the 15th level, they didn't see any protectors. It was as if they had disappeared into thin air. One of the demonic gods saw a corpse not far away. It was the protector. His Yuan spirit was shattered and he was killed in one move. He didn't even have time to release the news. Master, it's best if we don't go in. Someone has barged in. Demonic god Tata had a solemn expression. Lin Fei also saw that the protector was killed in one move. It was obvious that someone had entered. However, the fierce existences on this level were very tempted and didn't want to miss this opportunity. Who are you? A cold voice came from the depths. Shortly after, a figure appeared. He was carrying a person and casually threw him to the ground. Master, be careful. On the ground is a strong existence that has been imprisoned for a long time. I didn't expect him to be killed by this person. Not far away, the person was wrapped in black cloth. Only his eyes could be seen. The other party was very surprised that someone would enter at this time. Moreover, there was a bunch of demonic gods beside him. No matter who you are, since you saw me, you can stay here.